And we are live here at the Anthill. USC Sumter Fire Ants back in action for esports. And our R6 team is ready to play tonight. Ready to play. We're taking on Lake Area Community or Lake Area Technical College. They're out in South Dakota, I think. And USC Sumter is taking on them. This is week 3. I believe our team is 2-0 headed into week 3. And I believe the Navigators are 0-2 actually, playing some close matches. But USC Sumter have played the Navigators last season. I remember them for sure. And we will be looking to try to get another win here on for the team. And putting out some blasts for the match here and getting things set up. So, those of you that are new to the stream, welcome. Those of you that are old to the stream, welcome back. And USC Sumter will be kicking off their match here in just a few moments. We are waiting to get all the teams and players in. Not sure what's causing some of the delay for some of the players to join our lobby, but we are getting ready to go here. Again, just to look off for a few moments here and take a look at the match pages. Um, we do have 2 simultaneous matches almost going on right now between 2 of our R6 teams. So we have a team in the Intramural League and we also have a team uh, in the Open League here. So USC Sumter, like I said, taking on the Navigators, Lake Area Technical College. We're trying to get all the players into the lobby here. USC Sumter is or has, I believe, just want to double check. Don't want to speak incorrectly, but I think we are currently um, 3-0 actually on the regular season with USC Sumter. Or sorry, 3-0 on the season, and the Navigators are 1-2. I apologize. So I was a little wrong there. Looks like some of our um, information was incorrect. I believe all the teams might have got a bye, so that counted as a win potentially. So that's why I was off there. So USC Sumter has played 2 matches, are 2-0 in that, and unfortunately Navigators are 0-2, I believe, in the matches played. So USC Sumter looking to have number 3 added to that board. So we will see what happens there. And as I said before, we're trying to get all these players in the lobby, and it's just taking a few moments to make that happen. So, not sure who is the best to get everybody here, but we're working on getting them in the lobby. We've got 4 of our players in, but none of the other team. We did get Rockner in, so just now he's in, and now it looks like if they haven't already gone out, we're going to be getting invites out very, very, very soon to the other players. Oh, there we go. We got our first player from the Navigators in, so excellent to see. We're starting pretty late here. It's unfortunate, but we had some technical difficulties with the other school's side and then also on our side too. So the players are starting to join in. And almost getting the full lobby in, and we do have the full lobby. Excellent to see. So we're going to be starting here very, 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 very soon. As soon as they give me the go, sorry for coughing on mic. As soon as they give me the go, we will be headed to starting, and looks like everybody's ready, so we're going to kick this match off. And USC Sumter is kicking off the match here. Fire Ants versus the Navigators. Let's see what we can make happen. As we go into the pick band phase, we are playing on Border. This was USC Sumter's pick, and here comes the first band from the Navigators. And you see a Thatcher band. Not a bad band. Often banned. So let's see what the Fire Ants go to ban here. And Osa is banned. Hadn't seen that one a lot lately, but maybe there's a little bit of just a don't want to see it. The Cade ban, yeah, I could see that. Not really interested in having that on the board. And last ban here goes for the Navigators. What will they have? And the Mirror ban. Another often banned, so nothing real surprising though. Osa is a little bit different. Hadn't seen that band in a little while, or maybe I'm misremembering from our team. But there we go. So that's our bands, and we're starting to see some picks here come in as we rotate to the pick phase. This is going to be first to 7 or win by 2 in overtime. So USC Sumter starts off on attack, and the Navigators start off on the defense. Sorry. So attack. Big thing is during this phase is to get as much vision as you can around the map and get some intel. See where you're gonna go. So we want to make sure that we try to get that to happen. So I like Miriam's cam here, but not totally sure that's like one that they would miss or not, but never know. So everybody's just trying to get some eyes and cams in certain locations so that they can be used. Got to watch the spawn peaks here, but I don't think that's going to be an issue based on what I see from the navigators through the map walls. So we're gonna see some intel coming from Sweaty, going to look, see what he can find as Miriam and the drones go ahead. So hopefully I can do good at navigating through this to see what we're trying to see here. Got some fire going down. We do have LVP clearing some info here. Miriam's trying to get some intel and locations, just slowly peeking, see what he can see. USC Sumter just playing this pretty slow right now. And Miriam does think there's one there, and there is one. Not able to get anything just yet. Getting some intel here. Yep, does see one. And USC Sumter gonna get one here. Or no, USC Rockner's gonna go down, sorry. And Miriam does know that there's one through the wall there from the intel he gets, and puts down drum set. And USC Sumter back to a 4-4. Got a minute 12 on the clock to try to get a plant here. Miriam does get another one through the non-barricaded wall here. And we are stacking up over here at point, trying to get things to happen here, trying to break through some of the defenses that they have, but nothing to prevail just yet. So a little stagnant there. We need to figure out if this is working, and if it's not, we need to be ready to rotate. And unfortunate there, Miriam goes down.
Reload.
And 3-3 on the board here. USC Sumter doesn't have a lot of... Oh, LVP peaks, but just peaks a little too far. Doesn't get it, and USC Sumter ultimately just stalls out there and unable to get the victory. And the first round goes to the Navigators. So I think ultimately just USC Sumter struggled to break up the wall or get in and get some of the defenses that that the Navigators had down, and so it just took them too long to decide how they were going to get in after that. You know, struck out. So possibly they need to identify that it's not working earlier, and then you know, go from there to try to break in, or just leave right away and go to point. So, or sorry, leave right away and go to another location to get into the bomb site. So, just a few things there that USC Sumter can clean up. And looking at our players here, everybody's just trying to get their drones in the right location, so they're ready to try to get the intel they can. Didn't seem to have as much intel last round as we would like, but we will try our best to get more intel and see what we can make happen. So USC Sumter going to clear some of the cams outside, try to give them the benefit of surprise. And Miriam here is going to throw some drones to see what he can see. Not much going on through there. LVP still clearing out some of the cameras. And here we are, USC Sumter just trying to gain intel right now and get some info on what they see. And Miriam's gonna try to see if he can get some wall bangs here to get one of the Navigators, but unfortunately he is unable to get it. And Miriam does go down as I switched away from him. However, Sweaty is able to get a refrag there, or at least one of his own kills. So Drumset and Miriam down for their respective teams. And Split Milk here, just kind of taking his corner slowly, trying to see what he can get. And USC Sumter's gonna breach here and try to make something happen. Sweaty does have the bomb, so they're trying to find their rotation that they want to have. And I'm just trying to see who's got what here. This might be a challenge here. LVP was in kind of a bad angle there. Didn't have the best angle. Needs to just kind of rotate and, you know, hold his ground at a different angle. Still 4v4. USC Sumter just under a minute left. And USC Sumter trying to get angles and manage. And LVP does get one there on the stairwell. And he's going to clear some intel as well as some defenses and try to gather some intel himself for the rest of the team. And Split Milk still trying to get some shots down on the bomb site to see if they can get it cleared out. There is one still underneath. LVP's going to get another kill, and Rockner also gets a kill. And 3v1 there at the last second, and USC Sumter wins on kills and not on bomb plant. So just kind of stalling out, taking a little time, but I'm fine with, you know, being patient and trying to take as much time as possible and see where, you know, you can engage and how you can break through. So excuse me. Again, USC Sumter looking to take advantage here of another attack round that they can hopefully prevail on, just like they did that last round. It's 1-1 now, and just getting a little bit of view here of what's going on as USC Sumter sends out their drones to kind of inspect and see what's happening, get some intel, and navigators are just setting up on their bomb site to, you know, get all their reinforcements in, their gadgets, etc. So now switching out to USC Sumter, still got us down, putting in our drones in certain locations, now spawning up. Just to check on things, Split Milk is 0-2 at the moment, Miriam 2-2, LVP 3-1, Sweaty Bugs is 1-1, and Rockner 1-1. So nobody's playing bad. We just gotta get things going. It's only been 2 rounds, so let's keep it up. And Rockner does not know one's right there and goes to vault over and just gets killed there. Basically probably some sound cues on what they could hear and just betting that he was coming around the corner. So and Sweaty is waiting on this guy to peek, and he's looking like he's about to, and he had a shot on him, but Miriam steps up. So Sweaty has to back off, but Miriam does get the kill, but he goes way low in health. So you see Sumter back to a 4-4 tie, but down on health. And Miriam does get another that's crossing over down under the balcony that he peeked out. He's going to check stairs here. Under the east stairs, and Miriam still looking for that other kill. There was one nearby, but Sweaty trying to get this hatch open, and Miriam gets a triple kill. Looks like that one did rotate back through, and able to get him. Miriam also marking another player, probably giving out callouts to what he sees. And the Navigators are going to get a double kill there. And it's 2v2. Oof. Miriam's going to get side peeked here if that guy peeked the corner, but he did not. So, see Sumter kind of trying to stall out. Not even sure where the second player is, but oh, they're both down there. I see. So just trying to get a little bit of intel. Miriam has no health, so it's gonna be difficult for him to get something. And as he goes to jump in, he gets peeked. Just bad timing there, and Miriam's back on it. He's gonna get a quad. Can he get another one? No, he cannot. The bomb time just runs out, and USC Sumter isn't able to cap. So, really tough spot there to be. You know, we did have life advantage, so you never want to see that be lost. But we did lose it. But we were tied 2-2 there at the end. It was just unfortunate. Bad timing for the vault there from Sweaty going in, and it was just unfortunate that right when he jumped over is when the Navigator player peeks the door and gets an easy kill, basically. So USC Sumter loses round 3 and is down 1-2 right now. So Split Milk's still not on the board yet. Miriam's having a good game. Had a quad last game, so we're looking to see what we can get here moving next. So USC Sumter is going to put out their drones, get some intel.
10 seconds to go.
And looks like Split Milk and Miriam are the only two to still have a drone down that we can see from.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
And let's see what we can do here to get picked back up. So our attack's not going as well as we would like, but I think it's something that we can make a change on and pick it up. Now that we should be getting used to what they're trying to do, maybe what some of their tactics, I guess, are, and see if we can get an advantage. And unfortunate there, LVP stands up and gets killed. I just changed to him, not sure who peeked what or saw, or if he was on his drone and then came off. And there's another player right around that stairwell there. And Miriam and LVP, or Miriam and Sweaty, making their way. All 4 of our players kind of in the same place, and they look like they have a player behind them, but I think it's just through the wall there. Can't really tell. And Miriam just looking below. They are going to breach this wall and see if they can get in and have a way around. So there's a little bit of a fight here going on. Split Milk does get one, gets on the board. Miriam also gets another. He is low.
My device is ready. Activating override. Airdrop is ready.
It looks like we're trying to get some intel here. And USC Sumter is going to try to breach this wall. Miriam gets a double kill, but goes down. Split Milk putting in some cover fire, so to speak, and one does go down there. And as you see, Sweaty Bugs is putting down the bomb, and USC Sumter is laying down cover fire for him and smoking it off, and it pays off for USC Sumter as Split Milk gets the last kill there of the round. And I apologize for this terrible stream. I am definitely not doing as good as I would like to. But usually we kind of have somebody operating the keys, and then we kind of calm with it. Definitely missing Dylan here, for sure.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as
Dylan
they
is
can.
the man at navigating and such. So, USC Sumter back on attack for 2 more rounds, but was able to even up the score and make it 2-2. So a much better attack around there from USC Sumter. Miriam's having a very good game, top fragging across the board here, so he's on point. The rest of the team
10
is
seconds remaining.
trying to pick it up. Split Milk had his best round last round,
5 seconds to
so
go.
getting on the board and getting 2 kills. So let's see if we can
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
take it to him here in this round 5.
My magnets will protect us. Device activated. Magnet activated. Device positioned.
Well, it looks like we got Soggy Cereal here in the chat, saying hello and giving USC Sumter some props, so we appreciate that. And USC Sumter just getting some intel here, trying to locate the players. And Split Milk's doing a good job getting some info. And USC Sumter reaching early. Like to see that. Getting ready, found their way in. They like this. There are some people on the other side of the wall waiting for them though. So
Gathering intel.
let's see what we see here. Looks like Freeze does get tagged up. Trying to get to the action here. Miriam's downs one. I believe it was him that downed him. Not sure, but Miriam's stunned as well. And there is one down in there. I think they know, but there's not much they want to peek right at the
Bomb
moment.
located by attackers.
And LVP trying to get some intel here, and you do see Drumset finally, or Drumset went down. I missed that one completely. Miriam still got basically no health. Strump does go down here. Still trying to see where this fight is going. Lots of bullets going off. Just trying to find the right location to observe and see who's fighting what. Feel a lot of just check fire, seeing what we see, where we see it. USC Sumter does get another kill there right when I swapped the Bugs. Bugs and Rockner take a kill, and USC Sumter puts the bomb down and are fighting it out on hill. Rockner is trying to get some intel on the last player. He is close to Split Milk. Split Milk doesn't see him. Didn't really check, wasn't really watching something he could tell where somebody was coming from, so that was strange. But USC Sumter does finish off the round, gets a kill, and wins the round for sure, as well as had the bomb down. So this is good for us, and what we like to see. And now USC Sumter is on top, 3-2.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And USC Sumter going to get some intel here. We had 2 successful rounds back to back.
Wall secured.
And about 10 seconds till we move into attack
10 seconds
phase,
left before insertion.
or action phase.
5 seconds to insertion.
Ordnance is ready.
Okay.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
And USC Sumter all moving together. Looks like gonna go the similar route that we went before. LPP gonna get some of those cameras off the board for the navigators.
A bomb has been
And
located.
Miriam is going to try to check this wall and see if he can get a kill. And just give some peeks. Probably got some intel going. We do have Sweaty on the drone in front of Miriam there, so trying to get some intel. Miriam possibly knows there's somebody there. He did back him off, and Miriam's gonna get picked right as I change from him. And a little bit of fire coming across each other there, as well as Bugs rotates out, and Rockner is in a firefight here. Does see one, isn't able to get the kill or tag him really, just knows he's located there.
Throwing crack grenades.
And USC Sumter trying to get the bomb down here, puts a lot of smoke in there, trying to see what they can do, and the bomb is down. Split melt just barely misses shots there, and still has the team up. So Bugs is in post plant position now, and Split melt trying to get kills as he can and pick off play. So you'll see Sumter still at the advantage. LBP gets a kill, and Rockner gets one more as he crosses in, and 8 seconds left on the clock, and USC Sumter takes round 6 and also takes a 4-2 lead after struggling in the early rounds. Now we will swap to defense. USC Sumter has to feel pretty good about that. Defense is sometimes the better play. It just kind of depends. Every team's different. But tend to have a little bit of an upper hand, I would think, in some cases. So USC Sumter's going to take that
Attackers
and
need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
head towards the next opportunity that they have, and we're going to see USC Sumter this time in the defensive stage, putting up all their gadgets all the way around and trying to lock down their bomb site and make it as difficult as possible for the navigators to get in, barricading, etc. Trying to blow up any kind of drones that they see so that there's no intel or low amounts of intel
10 seconds to go.
for the players. So
5 seconds left before insertion.
My trump card.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Razor wire up. Shield is out. Laser gate in position. Shields up. Loaded mine.
and USC Sumter ready for this
Reloading. Cover me.
defensive phase, just kind of setting up and hopefully being patient, playing the corners that they need to play, and making it happen. As you can see, some of our players have bounced back from their earlier rounds, and Rockner now 5-2, and Miriam still up in kills, and LBP having a really good game too. And Miriam's gonna see one there as he goes to creep in, gets the kill. It's a good play there by USC Sumter, just playing their angles, being patient. So leading this 5-2, advantage on lives. Navigators trying to figure out how they want to approach this. Ooh, and Split Milk sees him, but he doesn't pull the trigger and gets killed himself. So USC Sumter goes down a player. Looks like is there somebody on site? Maybe saw that through the wall at an awkward angle. And a flashbang's gonna come down. We did have one close to site, on site, but Rockner gets that kill, I believe, or LBP. And on the wrong team. And Miriam checking the site upstairs, taking a peek. But all three players left are in LBP's sight, at least through the wall. And Sweaty hears them. Has the opportunity to push him off. Didn't know, but played that one there just in case. But pushes back the other team, and USC Sumter is going to get a kill there, and Miriam swapped too late to see what happened. But Miriam does get a kill.
15 seconds left.
And LBP gets another one. Rockner goes down on the site. LBP reloading. Unfortunate there. And USC Sumter loses the round, having a huge advantage there, but just didn't play it well on that last defense. You know, LBP running out of bullets really messed him up, but not sure what happened on site right before that with Rockner going down, but big plays there by the Navigators to win that first attack round for themselves.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
And as you see, USC Sumter going into defense
Bombs
mode and
located by attackers.
putting all their barricades down. Gonna try to keep them off of drones. Let's see what we can do here.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Deployed. Adding my +1.
5 seconds left. Attackers are moving to defuse the bomb.
Reset in place.
Magnet out! Magnet out.
Sorry again for the stream being not as great at times. I'm trying to rotate around and do what I can to spectate all the players and be on point when they're on the getting the kills. But unfortunately, I'm having a hard time doing that at times. So and as you can see here, USC Sumter ready for their defense. And
Attackers drop the diffuser.
woo, Miriam blows up the wall and gets the kill there with the headshot. Just had some cues that he was coming through. Somebody gave him intel, something. Not sure what the call was there, but he blows that wall up and
Attackers
blows up
recovered the bomb
Strumpf.
diffuser.
All of the Navigators are in one location. People checking sights, seeing what they can see. And Bugs is trying to break through the wall. He's gonna need to back out. Sees the flash. He checks the wall, but no one's there. Gonna make the call. He's there now on his back, but he just turned away. Didn't hear him coming in. And LVP's gonna get some fire down, but not enough. And
Attackers
Miriam
activating
does
diffuser.
get a kill. One's down. Ooh, Miriam misses his shots. And challenges there. Not sure that was the best play, but ultimately had to be a little aggressive. Rockner did die as he was down. So USC Sumter, not the best 2 defense rounds there. Needs to pick it up for sure. Going into round 9 here with it even, 4-4.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And USC Sumter back on defense and going to set up and try to make some things happen. If Miriam could have shot himself in the foot, he probably would have done that easier than getting that drone there. It's kind of funny to see, but does get the drone finally.
5 seconds to go. Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Stay clear of the blast zone. Perimeter clear.
And USC Sumter play their angles here and try to prep and be ready. They started off the last round strong with the first early pick, but unable to keep their advantage. They've thrown life advantage multiple times in this game on map 1. Don't like to see that for sure. And LVP
The attacker's
knows
bomb
that
diffuser
somebody's
has been dropped.
outside this wall.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
LVP fortunately goes down. Rockner does get a frag there. I think they're going to be able to get the res here. And USC Sumter goes down 1 as well. So 4v4.
Drop the diffuser.
And Miriam gets 1 at the top, and another one goes down by LBP. So USC Sumter looking good 4-2, but we have thrown our advantages at times. So as you can see, Sweaty has very little health. And we don't really have to go lurking and searching, but we just need to play our angles, let them come to us. Miriam had the right idea that at least he was there.
Magnets ready.
And LVP's got one coming near him. He hasn't peeked him yet. LVP's got both coming towards him. He doesn't realize it. Really doesn't need to have the shotgun out. He's gonna get stunned. They're gonna make a push here. One goes down as they're chasing, or as they're trying to push on LVP, and it causes the other player to back off. Titanium to back off
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
and go get the diffuser. The diffuser was down,
15 seconds to go.
and I didn't say it, and they
Attackers
didn't
drop
even
the bomb
mention it.
diffuser.
Or sorry, they didn't know it, didn't mention it. I don't have anybody to communicate with but myself in the chat. So round 9 goes to USC Sumter, 5-4. USC Sumter going to round 10 here, and could push this to match point if they get another defensive win here. USC Sumter needs to get to 7 first.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Shield going out.
And USC Sumter putting up their defense, getting it all set up and ready to go. Hopefully we can coordinate just like we did last round. Took an advantage early and kept it the whole way.
5 seconds to insertion.
So let's see what we can do here. We'll start
Attackers are
out
moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
trying to figure out who's going to be best suited to come into first engagement here. Maybe LBP. Ooh. I don't know if he just creeped by that door and he missed him or what. Miriam giving a little check there. And giving the floor open for Bugs. Bugs is going to go take a lower ground than the rest of his team and look for an opportunity to maybe get a pick here. He may see someone cross at the moment. We do have somebody outside the window as well, repelling. It looks like everybody's holding steady at the moment.
Breaching sequence.
There he is,
A
checking
bomb has been
below him.
located.
Bomb's located. First engagement possibly here with Bugs. Nope, not in the same location. And a lot of bullets and firing, people checking locations. And our first engagement might be here with Rockner. Miriam did take some damage earlier. Missed who that was. Miriam sees one. Gets the kill, the headshot kill from above. So well played there. Gets a little bit of health too.
Attackers
UC Sumter
activating
goes
diffuser.
down one, but does take another one down as Split Milk gets a kill. Rockner gets one as well. But Split Milk does die to drum set. So USC Sumter 3-2 advantage here with low life.
Defender has been discovered.
And Rockner outside discovered by the cams. And Sweaty is making his rotation. Doesn't hear the one right next to him.
Attackers need to protect
Maybe he does. Trying to get the kill. And USC Sumter able to get the kill on bomb, but I don't think they have enough time. Do they? Nope. They do not
Attacker mission successful.
disarm. Unfortunate there. Like USC Sumter needed just maybe one more second, half a second to get that down, but or to get the bomb defused, but unfortunately they didn't. So we're here at 5-5. Navigators, USC Sumter. So USC Sumter definitely doesn't look as clean as they normally do. So
Attackers need to locate and
wondering
defuse bombs.
what's going on there, with how they're trying to go through their attack phase, or attack and defense phase. Definitely picked it up on attack in 1-4-2, but As we swap sides, USC Sumter has done very well. Only won one round, and Navigators have won the
10
rest.
seconds left before insertion.
So 4 rounds into the swap, Navigators have 3 wins of the rounds, and Fire Ants have 1. So if the Fire Ants win this round, they push it to match point, which we want to see, but also Navigators do as well.
Perimeter defense active. I have you covered.
So used to Call of Duty where there's only 4 players to swap through. And now that I'm seeing 5, it's just getting on my nerves with the way I'm pushing the button.
Jammer activated.
Changing max.
Miriam gonna look to see if he can get some holes in the floor to look through, see if he can get a shot. He does see one breaking through here. If he peeks it, Miriam's got him dead to rights.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
But they do back off somewhat.
Swapping max.
Sweaty waiting for the peek here. Oh, I wish he wouldn't have looked away. USC Sumter does get one. Rockner. But Sweaty just didn't seem like he saw it. Maybe I'm on slightly
Attackers have
delayed
recovered
there,
their
but
diffuser.
just didn't see the guy peek when he peeked. It was just a little delayed. Rockner does get one.
Reloading.
Shoots
Attackers
off his
drop the
feet.
bomb diffuser.
And Miriam gets another. LBP's got his eyes on 2 of them. Might get flanked from the left. If there's a location on the left that they could get around. Looks like they head upstairs. See what they're gonna try to do here. The Navigators, as you can see above LBP there, just kind of crawling on the ground.
I will watch over.
And USC Sumter just holding down the bomb site. So Navigators got a little less than a minute to get moving and figure out how they want to attack this point. And down to 30 seconds here. USC Sumter just holding their angles, playing very patient. 4-2. They definitely need to clean up. So there's no reason to lose this. And as I swap, Miriam gets the kill
15
here.
seconds to go.
As one of the players was lurking towards bomb site.
10 seconds left.
And Miriam gets the kill. I swap away from him to see if somebody else is going to get it. And Miriam gets the kill through the hole there in the wall. Just the most simplest and minor things you can see. And that potentially can change the game. So USC Sumter up 6-5 over the Navigators. Going into match point here for USC Sumter. If Navigators do pick up this win on this round, then USC Sumter will be headed
Attackers need
into
to locate and defuse as many bombs
a
as they
overtime phase. So USC Sumter put down the defense, would like to close it out here
can.
in the last
Cover the
round of
location
defense
a bomb.
before potential swaps happen. So USC Sumter trying to set up, have a successful run like they did last time. They held the advantage of 4-2 for practically the entire, well, not the entire time, but a good minute and a half maybe. And played patient and stayed with their angles and such. There was no way, excuse me, I'm sure there was a call out that there was no way they lose that round. But they
Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
made sure that they covered all their angles and did what they needed to do. So just checking back, as the phase starts. Rockner up 10-5. Miriam, quietly or not, last I looked, it wasn't that high, but he does have 20 kills right now, which is crazy. Just going off. You would think with that many kills, we'd be higher in rounds, but they're just so close right now.
Reloading. Round activated. Cluster charge deployed.
So player's just gonna play it tight here. Split Milk has quite a few inside. MVP is gonna play his sight here. And just trying to hold down that angle by the bookshelf. He likes to get on top of that
Attacker's bomb
sometimes.
diffuser has been spotted. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
And USC Sumter gets the first blood. Miriam, I mean, why not? He's got 22 kills now. Probably should have just stayed on him for the opening part, but Zombie does get LBP on site, I believe. So we know that there's a rotate there now. And USC Sumter making that rotation. Miriam just waiting on the player to cross. And ooh, unfortunately turns their body towards that wall. Oh, and Split Milk goes down. Zombie gets a quad. Zombie's taking this round for himself. And Zombie just waited for our player to come in and gets an ace. So unfortunate there for USC Sumter to had a slight advantage, but then it was back and forth a little bit, but just didn't play well there. So here we are into overtime. And side pick is going to be random. And it looks like USC Sumter's going to be on the defense.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
I watch over.
USC Sumter on defense into overtime, so we need to see 2 more wins, round wins here, to win by 2, or ultimately if it goes to too many rounds, it's going to be the next one wins. So we'll see. Hopefully we don't go back and forth anymore. And USC Sumter just gets 2 wins here. But we're going to see the sides rotating back and forth, so.
5 seconds to insertion.
But if you just look at our players, as you can tell, KD doesn't necessarily matter because Navigators have 3 that are negative right now. No, 4 that are negative. KD, but still right in this game, potentially going to win it. Zombie had an insane game the last round, or insane round last round, and we're going to see him still carrying the team through, possibly to victory here, depending on how things go. So. Split Milk has some guys pushing in on him. Doesn't have to necessarily be that. Just hold his ankle right there. That's well played by him if he stays in that location. Bugs does go down. Let's see if USC Sumter can hold this. Is at a disadvantage at the moment. Rockner goes down. And now he is dead. And USC Sumter a 3-5 disadvantage here. But if it can have a strong bomb hold, anything can change. And right now Miriam's playing well. He's on the board still, so see if we can get it. Split Milk does go down, but he does hit Zombies pretty good. So 2-5 here. See
Attackers
Sumter
recovered the
just
bomb.
not looking very good. Let's see LVP. It's a kill. Miriam does too.
Attackers are activating the bomb diffuser.
And trying to switch to LVP here. Between the two of them, they just have to work together. LVP sees
Attackers
one,
need to protect the diffuser.
doesn't get him,
Compromised.
and Miriam goes down. Didn't see him go down. We were watching the fight with LVP, and there you go. LVP goes down to zombie, and USC Sumter on the wrong end of match point here as the Navigators and USC Sumter switch sides. USC Sumter heading into the attack. Overtime match point here. USC Sumter has to try to win this round in order to stay in the game. But if the Navigators win it, they win map 1. USC Sumter just not playing as clean as they normally do. We tend to like border, but apparently so does the Navigators.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
So USC Sumter on attack, and they had a better round, had a better time attacking on this than they did defending. So let's see what we can get out of this. So USC Sumter getting
10
some
seconds
drones
left
down,
before insertion.
trying to see what they can see, keeping
5
drones
seconds to go.
available. Now headed into action.
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Perimeter set.
Swapping mags!
Martin out. Martin active.
And USC Sumter's gonna need to hope that Navigators are playing this tight and nervous, maybe, and hopefully try to get an advantage here early with a pick. Miriam trying to make a play to just get some intel, maybe get a pick on a peek, and Split Milk making his way up. Rockner is upstairs. Miriam does get the first kill, gets a pick. So
Martin ready.
that's what we want to see if USC Sumter can just hold this. Rockner trying to get some intel with the cam.
Bomb located by
Ooh.
attackers.
Miriam just missed that guy, I think, through the window because he walked sideways. The other guy walked right into his potential view.
Airtrap planted.
Miriam gets another, and USC Sumter looking good on the attack so far.
Perimeter
He's gonna blow the floor out. See if he can see somebody underneath. There is one down there. Didn't see him though. And Split Milk just looking for somebody underneath as well. Miriam gonna check this again. Doesn't see somebody on the cam here when he goes around and looks. Go see that.
explosive on the move.
USC Sumter trying to get some intel here.
It's gonna blow. Okay.
Don't want to drop down until they can get one more pick. They do have the advantage. If they drop down together, they just have to get the trades.
Ready to breach.
So we've got one going down. LVP does get shot in the back, which is what we were concerned with. And Strumpel gets another, but Strumpel goes down. Miriam goes down. Rockner with the kill. And they do have a chance to get the bomb down. Sweaty's gonna plant. And one left up.
Attackers activating
It
the
is
diffuser.
Zombie. He's got 19 kills of his own. Is playing really well. And Rockner almost goes down. anybody can potentially win this, sorry, couldn't get to Sweaty. Anybody can win this, it's gonna be Zombie. However, Rockner rotates around, gets some intel with his drone, and then comes up and is able to get Zombie there. So USC Sumter swapping sides here, going back to defense. If we could just have one defensive round, that's good. I think we've only had one defensive round that was effective. So we need to have one more, and USC Sumter will potentially win. This is overtime match point here. Either side will win.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Deploying magnet. You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Attackers have
Hopefully
discovered
they
the
know
location
and
of a
paid
bomb.
attention to that. This is match point overtime, so whoever wins this round gets the win.
Deploying jammer.
Trap card ready!
Impact out.
10 seconds to go.
Jammer
So
initiated.
USC Sumter putting up their defense
5 seconds to go.
and trying to make something happen. Oh, USC Sumter reaches
Attackers are heading out
200
to defuse the
follows. That is awesome. I just noticed that on the chat. So thanks for everybody that follows. We really appreciate that. Got 4 viewers right now, it looks like. So that is awesome. USC Sumter reaching that goal of 200, I believe, or was it 200 or was it 150? Not 100% sure. Thought it was 150, but maybe it is 200. Either way, match time here. USC Sumter gotta play this one really well and get the W. It'd be nice to see somebody get a pick on Zombie. He's been playing so well for the other team. But just have to see how it goes. Looks like they do have a Montaigne here. So they're gonna try to push in on the point, throw USC Sumter off. Sweaty just waiting for that player, and if he honestly stayed there and set up, he probably would have saw him at one point, but just did not hold his ground. So Montaigne, you know, kind of takes a player away, and as you see that, USC Sumter takes one kill, and so you know, he's just a shield, so that does give USC Sumter kind of an advantage there. But he does get intel. USC Sumter gets another kill. 5-3 here, but Split Smoke does go down. Don't want to see that because we go down to 4-3. And LVP forced to back off of his location.
Stay behind me.
LVP Ooh, he does get the kill. Gets the headshot on Zombie. That's a huge kill there for USC Sumter. And 3-2 here. Was 4-2. But Miriam goes
Attackers
down
drop the bomb diffuser.
and freezes the last one on. But the bomb is down. Hopefully USC Sumter knows that. The guy was on the site. Could have probably put it down for a while. Freezes the last one. Sweaty holding here. Does see one. Now he at least has intel. Doesn't have to peek him again. Don't want to see him peek.
Remaining.
Just find another angle and hold that angle. And does,
Seconds remaining.
and gets the kill. And Sweaty finishes off the Navigators, and a hard-fought victory that was. The Fire Ants winning in overtime, 8-7. So Miriam gets MVP. Definitely had a good match. Had 25 kills. Rockner having 14. and Sweaty having 10. So we're gonna go back to the lobby here and get ready for the next map. So looks like their team's going to take 5, so we're going to take 5 here on the stream. So be back with you in just a few moments. And USC Sumter takes map 1, 8-7 in a hard-fought victory. And this is what we have here on the game. So really, really close match right now. Looks like we're going to be headed into Clubhouse for the second map. So in about 5 minutes, we'll be right back. Gonna take a break with him, get some water, go to the restroom, and be right back on stream. And we are back. USC Sumter getting ready to start up their next round, playing Lake Area Technical College, winning a very tight map 1 on border, winning in overtime fashion, 8-7. And USC Sumter is getting ready to go. We've got a ready from one team. Not sure if I missed the other team. We do have a sub here for USC Sumter. Kukuro comes in and Split Milk goes out. And it looks like all teams are ready. So USC Sumter headed back into action and starting out on Clubhouse. And it looks like I do have the right side, I believe. And I just want to verify before we start. USC Sumter getting defend here. I'm pretty sure. Double check. Yep, we picked defense for map 2. So we are ready. So USC Sumter, I'm going to change this. I forgot that I didn't change it. I thought that it would have stayed. Sorry. Oh gosh. And everything looks good to go here. Got the right sides and just had to change the names. Don't know why it didn't stay. And here we go to Clubhouse. I don't know about best commentator looking back at the chat. And it's weird because it does say on our channel that we're at 200 follows, but my little overlay there did say different. So I'm gonna have to update that overlay. We aren't at 148 followers or even 150. We're at 200 from the way it looks like it. So job well done for USC Sumter. And pick ban phase, sorry, USC Sumter versus the Navigators versus the Navigators from Lake Area Technical College going into map 2 here on Clubhouse. Navigators banned first and banned Thatcher. And the OSA ban coming out from USC Sumter, sticking to what they did last time. Oh. And unfortunately, it looks like the sides are incorrect here, so probably going to have to restart. That's wonderful. Abandoned? Oh, crap. I asked you if sides were right. You said yeah. I'm blaming Coach Clark for this. Um, it says if you've been in match. What?
Defenders,
They
protect
left.
your bombs from
So.
being defused by attackers.
Blaming Coach Clark on this stream. I asked him if we had the right sides, and he was like, "Thumbs up." So, but he probably didn't even look. Yeah, it happened. So we're gonna remake the map. So remaking the map here. Sorry about that, everyone. Get to see a little bit of that backside stuff going on, and creating as spectator here. Thought we had it set right, but we did not. Fire ants and whoops. What happened? Oh, sorry. I'm looking at the wrong thing. So navigators. Ugh, clicked off. Alright. So now gonna invite the players back. Hopefully we don't have an issue with that. And players can join in. And letting the other team know what's going on in the chat. Our players are in, so they're going to invite the others, and we are going to swap the sides and play it like that. So USC Sumter was supposed to be the defenders, I think. I was just thrown off for a moment, trying to figure it all out, change the names, etc. And now we are set and ready to go. So we're defending this time, and we are on defenders, navigators on attack. Just get the invites sent to them, and we are good to go. So waiting and ready. So again, caster mistake. USC Sumter is going up against Lake Area Technical College all the way out in South Dakota. The Navigators against USC Sumter Fire Ants. USC Sumter is up 1-0 right now, going into map 2 on Clubhouse. The players are trying to get together in this lobby. The other lobby was down, or we had to drop the lobby because we had the wrong sides going into that round. So looks like also one of the players on the other team had to restart. So we're just kind of all chalked out today with our match. So 2 hours in from match start time at 7, we started 40 minutes late, unfortunately, and due to some technical difficulties on the other team side, and then a little bit on our side. And now as we move forward, this is where we're at. But players are starting to trickle in from the other team, and we will be back in action very soon. So again, USC Sumter winning 8-7 in overtime fashion on the last map, which was border. Now going into this clubhouse, if needed, Oregon will be the decider. If USC Sumter wins this round, we will go ahead and take the lead in the series and win the series. And looks like all players are in and both sides are ready to go. So without further ado, let's start it up and get into action. And going back into the band pick phase, I think, you know, we should see the exact same bands based as if the play was or the match was going on. So, well, actually, it's going to be slightly reversed here because now we have players picking at different phases because versus attack and defense. So, got the Thatcher band first, the Nomad band second by the Navigators. With my coming out, or not coming out, being banned there as well by the Navigators. And the Fire Ants have the last band to wrap out band pick band process. Valkyrie getting banned as well.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
And USC Sumter headed into that defense phase here on Clubhouse.
Reloading!
10 seconds left before insertion.
So getting all set up for defense.
5 seconds left.
And sorry, I was clicking the wrong buttons, trying to change to everybody's
Attackers must
perspective.
locate and defuse
Kind of
the
stuck
bomb.
on Rockner there for the first part of the round.
ADS active in a second. Stay clear of ADS.
Attackers dropped the diffuser. Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
And it looks like we had some issues there. Gonna have to pause after a round. Doesn't look like anybody dropped out, but I don't see anything on my side. But I think once the round started, we had to play it out. I'm up to doing whatever two teams decide. If they stop playing, then we will restart. But if they continue to play, I do believe once the round's played, you have to begin. So we will stop out because we've had players like that on our side that couldn't do anything or move, had the mouse bug, and just waiting to see.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has been dropped. A bomb has been located.
Wall secured!
I'll give them a call.
Attackers recover the diffuser.
Deploying shield.
Alright, and USC Sumter is playing here. It looks like one player did quit out, I guess, to restart. USC Sumter gonna play this round out. And like I said, we've been in situations like this as well, where one of our players just had a bug and could not play. I haven't seen them say anything about a restart. I did look away for a moment to answer some messages to see if there was any messages coming in from the other side.
Drop the bomb diffuser.
And Sweaty does get a kill there
Attackers have recovered their diffuser. 15 seconds to go.
and drops the bomb.
Attackers dropped the
Only
diffuser.
15 seconds
10
left.
seconds to go.
Bugs gets a triple kill.
5 seconds to go.
Looking for the quad. And defenders get a flawless round. However, as you know, and we pause here and we'll wait for the player to join back in. I do know they had one player that was potentially playing from home. Not sure if that was that player because that player was stuck in a storm or something. So don't know if that had anything to do with what was going on. The fire ants do call a timeout, but that was unnecessary as the timer was played. But looks like we're gonna be good to go here pretty soon. Give it 1 second. Mm-hmm. All right, and we're back on stream here, and it looks like we're gonna uh have to abandon a match here, and possibly gonna get uh a ban to even start it. So we're going to try to get this rehosted and back up Clubhouse in Oregon on the field here. So just trying to figure out a rule set um, as to uh, what's going on with what was happening. Um, it was also there. So there's plenty. Huh? It's a rehost in the first 30 seconds in the action phase as well. Right? He said he couldn't do anything. Yeah. So it was a rehost based on the rules. So we are rehosting it and getting it set up and ready to go. Hopefully it lets us in and kind of go from there. So the maps are set and it does let us in. We didn't have a ban host, or a ban on there. Just tell them no problem. Type in no problem.
Yeah, you gotta.
That's over here.
Oh.
Just no problem. And now we will start to invite folks back. So joining me though in the booth is Dylan during all that hectic situation. So he's here to be observer because he's way better at it than me.
Could have gone
And
that bad.
he actually knows a little bit more about gadgets and stuff than I do, so he'll have more insight there, and I can just be kind of the color commentator,
Oh, okay.
so to speak. So gonna get all these players invited in, and hopefully USC Sumter can win this map, and we can close out this series. Yep, there you go.
I'm just gonna make sure we got the.
Let me go over the top.
So we're in clubhouse for this, or?
Yep. Let me go over the top.
Oh, right. That's what. Oh, that's easier.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, we just need to change the teams' names, and USC Sumter is going to be the defense for this.
So just make it easier. Since blue team attacks will just be orange. So just USC Sumter. Then
Yep.
what's this other team called?
Navigators.
They're the Navigators?
Yep. Nope. You got an extra A.
I chicken peck with my stuff.
And I think everything else is right.
Navigators.
Navigators. Yep.
So in blue team attacks, they're blue, and so we start on defense. So, and we're on clubhouse, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, I think I do remember this team.
Yeah, it's been a little while. And last round you weren't here, but Zombie played really well.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we're gonna need to swap sides here.
Yeah, they got that.
Or USC Sumter didn't play really well. Let me take that back. We ended up going into overtime. It was a really close match. Won in overtime 8-7.
Oh,
so
wow.
It was tight there. We did not play very well on defense on border, but we played a lot better on offense.
Is it not a 1-by-2 rule?
So it is up until a certain amount of rounds, and then it stops. That's the rule that they put in because so many games were going crazy amounts of time, and so they stopped that in the league for at least regular season. Playoffs may be an extended period of time.
Okay.
Yeah. So just to get a little bit of time there. I think everyone's ready.
All right, we can go ahead and.
Did you see? Will you check the match?
The match options?
The match chat?
Oh, yeah, both teams have said they are ready to go.
Okay, yep. So we can pull that out and you can start her up.
Yep. Map 2, you said we won the last map, right?
We won map 1. Yep, this is map 2 here on Clubhouse, and yep, same bands.
So does the first round just not count?
First round's not going to count because the player within the certain amount of time frame wasn't able to move and do what they needed to do. So
it took a while.
So we are going to ban that out, or we are going to stick with the same setup that we had and just replay the round 1. So So yeah, look, Dylan, since you joined us, best caster. Somebody's calling you best caster since I said Dylan's joining us.
I think think it might have been from before I was here.
No, I don't think so. I think that was definitely when I said Dylan's joining me in the booth.
I will. Well,
He's
we'll see.
definitely the best observer in the building. Tell you that much.
Yeah, the other one is gone at the moment.
Yeah. So yeah, Patrick. I don't know if he wanted to come cast. I told him to come help me cast, or at least send Dylan for observing,
Hmm.
um, and kind of go from there.
Yeah, we just
Might be
had
able to claim some work study time here.
maybe. That's all right with you.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
But yeah, we just had finished our game. We were starting to walk in. I got told to come on down here, so here I am.
Yeah, so the same repeat bands that we saw last beginning of last round. Sorry, we probably should have recapped those, but we were just kind of chomping at the bit here, chewing the fat, whatever you
Just
like to
getting some
call it.
banter in, pre-game banter.
Yeah, pre-game bams
Attackers
are
need to
in.
locate
We
and
know what
defuse
those
the
are,
bomb.
and here we are headed into the rest of the round.
Here we go. Okay, we can get. So we're gonna start on a gym bedroom fold, which is one of the, in my opinion, is probably the third best site. The best site, in my opinion, is CC Cache, and then followed by Armory Lockers right down here. But if you have a decent hold, this can be really tough to penetrate on attack, but we'll see how it goes for
10
the team.
seconds left.
Obviously, they have a plan that they like to run here with gym bedroom, so we'll see kind of how
5 seconds to go.
it goes with their setup. So they're gonna do an extension to CC, pretty standard to see right
Attackers
there.
must locate and
And
defuse
no
the
one's gonna
bomb.
hold Logi for right now, so we're gonna be where's our what was that? Okay. So we got Kuro playing in garage on a little bit of a far roam. I think Sweaty is also playing deep roam, who's flaking back to Kuro and oil.
Yeah, and Kuro subs in for Split Milk from last round. Split Milk had a tough start to the last map, but was able to pick it up and kind of get going towards the end. But Coach Clark made the call to make the sub, so we're seeing Kukuro, or Kurkuro, however you want to call it,
I
coming
say
in.
Kuro Kokoro. I don't know. We have to ask him as the first set of Joke calls come out. And Snubbledorf takes out Kuro, who was near Sweaty Bugs Bunny in the lounge. Looks like Miriam's also kind of playing out a little bit towards the staircase.
Yeah, and Miriam had a really big match last round. He was honestly carrying us in a little bit of a way. He had 25 kills
25.
in the match, so he was definitely popping off. But we also had two other players in the teens for kills.
Well, it was a high-scoring game, but wow, 25 kills to see, that's pretty impressive no matter
Yeah,
what,
exactly. Yeah, so he played a really well played match there. But the other team had three players in negative, and still
Wow.
were still were
Still
right there
close.
in play with us. They did have one player, Zombie, was kind of carrying their team.
A bomb has
He
been located.
had over 20 kills, I believe.
Yeah, it looks like the cams got hacked for firing, so they can't use their own intel, unfortunately. This is on OEP's bedroom window right here. Looks like it's Knock and Snumpledorf, who got Kuro earlier. This hallway, so they're kind of in a tight spot right here.
I see an engagement here. They both just keep barely missing each other.
Sweaty got a kill on the staircase. He's also going out somewhere. I can't find them. Miriam got one is bomb down. That is Zombie.
Yeah, hopefully they know that the bomb is down. Paid attention to it.
15 seconds remaining.
Yes, does get a kill there. Miriam. Oof.
10
Rocker
seconds
just headshotted.
2v2 right here. The hallway up to Miriam. And wow, a blown lead by the Fire Ants, and the Navigators take round one.
Absolutely. So this is the Navigator's map that they chose. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they play it. Definitely, probably more confident on this. Although they played well on the first map, is also keep us very, very tight.
Yeah, and this is a more
Attackers
defensive
need to
favored
locate and
map,
defuse as
so
many
to see
bombs
them
as they
start
can.
to drop one is a little bit worrying, and they're gonna go back to the same place. And again, I really think CC Cache is a better site to go, or Armory, because if they get control of these windows and then logistics hatch right here, they can control a decent amount of this, and they had to be forcing play in this hallway right here. But
Yeah, we're gonna see how we
Throwing the
can
bait.
do on this defense once more.
10 seconds remaining.
Rockner's gonna swap off the Mira, who I did. This is
5
not banned.
seconds remaining.
She's not as strong of a operator on
Attackers
this.
are moving out to locate.
Yeah,
a
you
bomb.
saw her banned on border last round, but not on this one.
Yeah. Kurill's gonna
Setting
pick
up
up
a
the cap
diversion.
can. Rockner's gonna be on the alibi as MVP. I think he was
The attacker's bomb diffuser has
Kurill
been
with
dropped.
an opening kill. And Stockman looks like he might have some others near him, trying to force him out. They come upon 2.5 minutes in this
Attackers
game right
recovered
here.
the bomb diffuser.
Rotate back. And maybe Rockner is gonna tag in for him. Hot cams. That's a cam. Also, we have the cam bug right here from spectating. So we're gonna be living in black and white back in the 1950s for the rest of this game.
Yeah, it happened last match too, I believe.
Yeah, it happens.
Attackers dropped.
Nice shot by Sweaty Bugs Bunny
Attackers
right
have
there.
recovered
Yeah,
their
getting
diffuser.
a headshot.
Had another one on him too. Might be able to get a second one unless they kind of backed away. Miriam's kind of playing for the push off of him.
So you see Sumter taking an advantage here on lives, 5-3. See it blown. We did lose an advantage last round, and we lost quite a few in the first map. We'll try to take this here. And as I say that, Freeze takes down Kiriko.
Yeah, I think I might have
Attackers have
swapped off
located a bomb.
Kuro there. Died from, looks like it might have been from Bar. And someone's on Miriam on his staircase right here. As LBP goes down from a one tap from Nook, who's pushing into site.
Miriam just could not see him going around that corner there.
And they
Or
know
if
they're
he
in.
did, he just didn't have a shot that he felt comfortable with.
Sweaty goes down on the flank, and the 5v3 has now turned into a 2v3 in favor of the Navigators. Might see a nice nitro. Couldn't quite finish the Osa. Is now up to Rockner and Miriam. As plants going out. Gonna have one push him. Whew. Not really a great call right there to do that, but Rockner got one down and say, went for the fire ants.
Yeah, for sure. They lost their advantage, but were able to still bounce it back and get that win. So, well played there. Not sure why the challenge was made up there onto Miriam. Miriam punished them for it. And USC Sumter are able to get back within even of 1-1 here.
Yeah, Miriam was just in a better spot, to be honest. I don't think they expected Miriam to be playing so close as they kind of pushed in.
Right.
Miriam just took him out.
Defenders, protect
Great
your bombs from
defense
being
play by the
defused
Fire
attackers.
Ants to turn the advantage from, or the disadvantage back into an advantage and a win, ultimately. In the basement, right here. Not going to CC. Maybe they want to try and save that for a last hold, or maybe just not a fan of the hold, or not as good at it as compared to the
And it looks like we're barricading off dirt, so
yeah.
don't have any entry there. Or try not to.
10 seconds to go.
Yeah, they might be able to get anyways because Miriam's gonna have to use his
Right.
K-claws on these hatches,
5
like
seconds
right there
remaining.
we see, and then probably somewhere in bar. Yeah, it is in bar.
Attackers must
Try to get
locate
the stock
and defuse
hatches
the
is
bomb.
what Rockner's gonna try and do. Hopefully not dying in these first opening seconds. Be unfortunate to see.
For sure.
placing the last of his cap cans.
Stand clear.
Trying to catch him on. And he rotates. And someone got shot from somewhere.
Attackers have dropped the bomb
I think it
diffuser.
took some damage. Might have been from Rockner, looks like. Who has 2 on him on his strip hallway. Starting to get droned out.
And
Attackers recovered the
patiently. Zombie does get one. Knew it wasn't going to be long before he gets on the board. It was 0-2 in the first round. Rockner doesn't know that 2 are there. Looks like he might decide to go back a little bit. Does get tagged in the back slightly.
Probably better call here just to get
Rotate out. Yep.
Yeah. Even though it doesn't know there's 2, I mean, still a good thing to do.
That's right.
First call goes off, and 3 are trying to stack towards Rockner from bar or hallway, looks like. See if you can try and play his life a little bit, trying to stall them out for as long as possible. And then you try and get those Cade claws off if they can, because they have some EMP or impact EMPs. He does get droned. One is Jim. One's starting to push up front.
Looks like one's going to move up. Oh, I thought he was going to be somewhat aggressive, but he is not.
Might be getting triple pinched here.
Changing max.
Unfortunate there for USC Sumter. Down to a 5-3 disadvantage.
Bomb located by attackers.
It's like Kuro tagged an Osa with his Capcan trap. Miriam goes down in the hallway. LBP got a kill off of somebody. It's now a 2v4 as the last Dokubi call is out. One on Kuro's oil. Nice shot. 2v3 here. Zombie is so low. I think it'll just take 1 shot to get him.
Breaching with Selma.
Yeah, and drum set takes his time to get to the site. They're still taking their time. 30 seconds left. The site make something play.
LBP knows they're about to push him. Kuro's trying to hold the loop. LBP in a 3v1 pretty much right here. Let's make sure he doesn't get...
Diffuser.
When Kuro with a nice shot almost... LBP almost ran into his
15
bullets.
seconds to go.
Behind the bar.
Not enough information there.
Kuro took a
10
little
seconds to
too
go.
long to rotate, and LVP's giving the call out of where he is. Now they gotta try and play for the
5
plant.
seconds to go.
And he doesn't have bombs, so
doesn't
Kuro's just
have
gonna
time.
wait.
Yeah.
And oh my!
Oh my.
Wow!
He should have just ran away as fast as he could and not even stayed there, but he does stay. Not sure what the call was from the team, but USC Sumter would have won that round. He did not have bomb. He was just going for kills, and Kukuro would have been better to just go hide
Behind that box.
behind the box or something. 3 seconds left there. Unfortunate. Don't know what the calls were or what was going on in the room, but you know, getting that close. I guess you didn't know that he
Attackers
didn't
need
have
to
bomb,
locate
so
and defuse bombs.
unsure what's happening.
I mean, he should have
Man,
had the
that's
audio
crazy.
cue. Very tough.
Yeah,
to
should have had an
swallow.
audio cue of what was happening. Unfortunate there. So Navigators takes a 2-1 lead
Yeah.
off of basically a mistake-ridden, well, mistake round at the end. Honestly, LBP and Kukuro did good job to come back to be right in the striking distance of winning that round. They were down 4-2 and just didn't pull it off.
Guess I might have
10 seconds
done
left.
something to the side icons. Don't know how to get that back up. Don't know
5
what I
seconds
did.
left.
I mean, we can still see.
Yeah, no worries.
Attackers must locate
We'll
and
figure it out
defuse
at
the
some
bomb.
point.
Eh, might have to be the next map if we make it that far.
Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Hopefully USC Sumter gets the win here
Device prime.
and we're able to take it.
Yeah, we have Miriam on the Ella instead of the Cade this time. I think they're in basement, so Cade still, we kind of want to see a Cade play right here. Throw back on his patented
The
trap
attacker's bomb
operators,
diffuser has been
Capcan
dropped.
especially. And then Sweaty, of course. And Rockner running the Warden as well.
Activating Selma sequence.
Sweaty has one on his right hallway, trying to get a pixel peek.
Reloading. Prepping needle.
Zombie took some damage from something. Don't know if that was his own charge.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
And it looks like they swap people with diffuser. Miriam looking to get the Nook and does get her a headshot and has bomb back.
One more's gonna peek him.
Maybe they just try and play for the bomb and get out.
Bomb located by attackers.
Hopefully he saw a bomb go down. Gonna make a
Attackers
peek here. He
recovered the
does
diffuser.
see that they're gonna try to go, but
And it looks like they're,
did get the bomb up.
yeah, it looks like Dokby was the one to get it, and Miriam might be given some false info because of that. That he thinks he still has bomb. Capcan trap goes off and gets the Finka down to 50, but just boosts herself back up.
Yeah, not sure
Swapping mags!
what we are saying comm-wise. We just have to hope that maybe they thought it was down, and looks like Kikuro's gonna have a chance.
And they're
Get a
just
kill
in.
here.
Diffuser.
There's another. He's gonna peek it. Unfortunate there. Likely maybe should have held off that peek, but Navigators are down. It's 3-1 here. Sumter does have the advantage. They have to maintain it though.
And they're on Rocket. Call that he's on his Moto hallway. Or in Moto now, it looks like. He's about to peek Rockner. Coming out with 20 seconds left. They don't have bombs, so they gotta play for kills here. Or the Navigators do.
Yeah, and they did that well last round.
15 seconds to go.
Miriam,
Goes down, but
it was worth
Rockner
it
there
for
to
the
trade.
Good play
That's
right
100% fine in our book.
there. Yeah, Rockner had to hit the hater blockers on real quick. For some style points at the end.
So USC Sumter evens this map 2-2 right now. Headed into round 5.
And LBP is going to pick up the Legion. And don't remember who
Attackers
it was
need
last
to
time. I think
locate
it
and
might have
defuse
been
as many
Jaeger.
bombs.
Defenses up here in gym. One, 2 trap operators. They haven't been any nades, so Jaeger hasn't been really that important to them to use. And Miriam's going to be back on Cade again. Our sidebars are fixed for this round, luckily. Kuro going to have a trap right here in case someone tries to drop the hatch. Pretty good play, pretty sneaky.
Yeah, for sure.
And looks like Soy's going
10 seconds left.
to do an extension into CC right here.
5 seconds left.
I don't know if we're at, who was our rumor besides Sway or if anyone
Attacker's
else.
objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
They're going to have to try and get the jacuzzi breach while Sway tries to hold off the construction push if he can, for as long as possible. Go after into the first 30 seconds of the round right here. That's going to be a couple near Kuro. Looks like he might have a 4-man push right here. He's just going to fall back to CC right here. Or Red Stairs more so.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Heading up on the 2-minute mark.
Calls going up by
Attackers recovered the
Dokby.
bomb diffuser.
And now we're in a good spot in case it gets pushed. So just going to stick it out. Probably a good call right here. Just everyone holding an angle. And Sweaty. Unfortunate timing. Just runs face first into 2 Navigators in basement.
Yeah, definitely there. Gotta just be a little more careful. As we say, everybody's just playing tight, holding their angles. We swap the bugs and he goes down.
Yeah.
Not sure what he was doing there. I don't know what the calls were. And we just swapped to him, so unfortunate. USC Sumter down 5-4 here in this round right now, but looking like they're gonna play it patient and just see what happens.
And Miriam
gets a kill.
have another one and
Diffuser has
another
been
one.
dropped.
nice
Double
pre-fire.
kill. Pre-fire headshot.
Yeah, that's what we like to see out here.
Absolutely.
There's just another one, and
Ooh, almost gets another one, but gets headshotted himself. 3-3 here. Fire ants.
not a bad swing to try and ego peek it, but they
Yeah.
do punish him for it. Still was probably a good play to make anyways. 45 seconds left in the game, 3v3 right here.
The bomb diffuser. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
And they're either trying to peek either LBP or Rockner
Bomb
right here.
located by attackers.
It's like they might try and take the Rockner challenge, who does tag the ace.
Sell him out! Changing mag!
They're gonna try and break his bulletproof shield, and one's on the flank from Khan.
Bomb diffuser has
LVP
been
gets
dropped.
one. All three of them are in the same spot right here.
15
Zombie.
seconds remaining.
Getting another kill. He's definitely their best player.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Forward.
10 seconds remaining.
Not paying attention there.
Flames
5
going out.
seconds to go.
Rockner one. Knows they're planning.
Attackers are activated.
And oh!
Gets the kill. Well played by Rockner there.
What a shot!
Saving the round. It was very tight.
That was,
But gets the
Defenders
kill.
disabled the bomb diffuser.
that was really good heads-up awareness right there by Rockner to try and like pre-fire where the diffuser might be. He didn't see him in his immediate vision. Knew it might have been in this little nook corner right there at the reinforced wall, and did end up getting the kill to tie or take the lead in this map 2 right here.
Yeah, 3-2. USC Sumter lead. See if they can hang on to this. Get a 4-2 heading into swap sides.
Yeah, we want to try and take
Attackers need
lead
to
on
locate
defense
and
right here.
defuse bomb.
Don't really want to see a tie or split our defensive holds right here, because Navigators can easily take this on defense and win 3 of these next ones, since it is so defensively favored right here. Actually, Rockner on his zombie. Haven't really seen a zombie played that much of this. I've kind of seen her trying to like play on these raptors right here, or these just, like, can't be shot through where Rockner is exactly right now. Swap to him. See some people
10
kind of do
seconds
it as just some extra shielding so he can stand up,
5 seconds to go.
Right.
and as he's going to do right there, as I'm saying,
Attackers have located a bomb.
that's
Attackers
some
are
spots he
moving
wants
to
to
defuse the bomb.
cover up.
Deployed barrier.
And they're gonna try and do a hold right here with the Jaeger ADS to try and help him out on the hold.
Yeah, definitely like that. So let's see what we can make happen.
Run away from the hold. He's gonna look back. Maybe just try and check something really quick. I think that's what was happening. Yeah, Sweaty on the roam towards bar. We had LBP holding red stairs right there, a crucial point to hold. And Breach is going out right now. Can't really do anything about that Breach. They're probably going to get it anyway, so that's not to really use a Bandit or Cade on that wall. Which is why they didn't pick him up. Good camera for LBP to kind of watch his flank if needed and can kind of see if they push into side.
I'm reloading.
Doctor trying to hold him off in the garage doorway. They do have Breach, but not doing anything with it right now. Don't want to make the first mistake.
Put the shield down.
And Kuro is also in there with 2 near him on his window. See if he can try and find someone out this window if he can. And it's like Nook was the first one to get first blood, and Zombie Slayer also gets LBP. This might have got him red or bottom red.
Reloading on ammo!
Attackers bomb
Yeah,
diffuser
not
has
going the
been
way
dropped.
we want early, but Sweaty does get a kill here.
So he picked up LBP's trade right there. And Sweaty might have one on him, I think. I saw Miram with another kill.
Call goes out.
Matricel. Looks like he might have almost got someone. They're gonna have to fight their own 1v1, or Miram might have just 2 on him.
Looking to rotate out.
Dangerous to turn your back on that
Dangerous
hallway.
turn back, but he did. So I'm not sure what's going on behind him right now. He knows players were out there. Surprised to see he's not turning back to take a look at the other side.
30 seconds in. No one has bomb for the Navigators.
Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Now they do.
As I said, they do pick up bomb.
Attackers
Going
dropped
for
the
plant.
diffuser.
LVP has
15
one.
seconds remaining.
Miriam, one in sight. 1v2
10
right here.
seconds remaining.
And bomb,
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
they know they have the bomb. Or now they're going to go for plant.
5 seconds remaining.
Try and mask it. They hear that he is. And Rockner
Operators, you are
finishes
out
it
of
up.
time.
Excellent play there by USC Sumter, going down kind of early, but able to still make things happen and just made a good pinch there, working together. You know, losing LVP and Kirkero early there, able to kind of stick it together and get some kills and make it happen. So USC Sumter swapping over to offense now, attack,
Yeah.
and leading 4-2. So
Yeah, good job to
Defenders,
go up
protect your
in
bombs
the
from being defused by
defensive
attackers.
hold right there. Don't really want to see a split 3-3 after playing defense.
yeah, definitely.
So now they only need to win 2 attack rounds, which, I mean, the Navigators did do themselves, so should be doable for them. Because they're going to start on...
Well, 3 attack rounds.
Did it? It looks like they won 2.
Oh, no, I thought you said now they just need to win 3 attack rounds.
Oh.
Or 2 attack rounds. No,
Oh.
sorry. They did win.
Oh, I think I did say
two
that.
attack
It
rounds.
is 1st to 7, that's right.
Yeah.
Mistake by me. And looks like they're not going to
10 seconds to go.
play for dirt right here. And they're going to try and use those extra reinforcements
5 seconds
somewhere
left.
else. Don't know where that's going to be at, but interested to see where it goes.
Attackers are
only
moving out to
did
locate
use-
a bomb and defuse it.
Don't know if that's... Looks like they only used 3 reinforcements so far. They're kind of late getting this. If the fire ants move fast enough, they might be able to catch them on their back foot. Oh, looks like they don't know that's their place on stage, which is still fine to
Track
do.
stingers out. Tracks down.
Try and clear out blue so they can try and push in. Audio cues. They want to try and get these patches right here to try and put some pressure on them. And they didn't reinforce the stockroom hatch. Don't really need that hatch, but
Stinger tracks released.
I'll try and put reinforcements on the hatches for basement. I want to see a top to bottom clear from our roamers, or roamers right here. Miriam Bakuro. Miriam dies. Don't know. Kuro was trying to watch his back, but he kind of ran in front of the door where Kuro was trying to look at.
Yeah, a TK there.
It was a TK?
It looked like it. I don't know.
I think it might have been the Navigators that.
I didn't see it.
But either way, it's still a kill in favor of the Navigators to go up 5-4. And Kuro's all alone by himself out here. So it might have to Chonka near him. Ragnar got the one roamer who was Doc. They had 4 3 armors on their defense, so they want to try and hold site the best they can, looks like. Click on a minute right here. Going to get the hatch right here on kitchen, which is cated off. Kind of has to chalk that. Sweaty saw one, but missed his shot. Thought he might have got some shots on the orcs right here.
And USC Sumter just a little indecisive on how they want to attack this. But I think they've made a call, and it seems like everybody's kind of rotating to each other, but need to make something happen. 40 seconds left on the clock.
Frag out.
And Echo's in that photo room. Rocker in a little bit of a pinch. LVP goes down to
Bomb located by attackers.
the Echo.
And
3v2 right here. Crow's gonna try to push from blue. We're trying to do a pinch right here.
15 seconds to
And
go.
the Tachanka goes out. Rockner
does get one.
playing with fire quite literally. Tags Snuffledorf and does
Does get him down.
Oh, no.
5 seconds to
Kills
go.
him.
Kuro
No.
actually dies to Snubble.
Oh.
And they gotta push in now.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Unfortunate there, just kind of on top of each other as they go around the corner, just able to mow them down. We did that quite a bit this round, just walking in front of each other and such. Just not good coordination or comms, something. Obviously, we had Rockner's point of view. He knew somebody was there, but Bugs just kind of ran in front of him. Unfortunate. So,
Yeah, I think we were also a little bit indecisive of where we want to push out, kind of like what you said earlier. And
Attackers
it took
need to
us
locate and defuse
till about the
bombs.
last minute to actually start getting breaches going and clearing them out.
yeah, I can't believe Rockner didn't get Snumpledorf down.
Yeah, I thought for sure he was one that
Went down, but he ended up getting the kill on Chikoro, so kind of crazy there how that worked out. So first attack for USC Sumter does not pan out. USC Sumter still does lead 4-3.
Yeah, and the Navigators are going to go to
10 seconds to insertion.
a cache CC hold right here. They're going to run the Cade
5
themselves
seconds to go.
for this attack. And
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
oh, I found the button that pulls up the thing on the side. But they're going to run pretty much just. And Rockner with a nasty wall bang gets Snumpledorf, one of their top fraggers, as Cade. Looks like I might have been trying to get the reinforcement off, but looks like we just got wall banged by Rockner. And that one garage reinforcement is going to be left empty for now. And Breach is going out, just like that.
Bomb located by attackers.
Parked away a little bit longer to go down as he was still repelling as the Breach went out, but Breach is down nonetheless. 2 minutes, this is better time in. Tagged, Tachanka saw him through the drone hole. The sights are trained on him through the walls too. And does finish the kill.
Yeah, well played by there by Sweaty. Just being patient. Sorry I had to take a couple plays off there. Just coughing.
That happens, it's alright. So we're just holding down here. Might be able to try and play the plant if he has someone with him. Going to drone out as Miriam
Unfortunate.
died from zombie. I think he was in the garage. Looks like Miriam was trying to give a ping of where he was. So we drone outside saying, hey, it's all clear. I'm probably just going to go in soon. Or I don't see anyone on.
I mean, honestly, he could get the plant for free right there, but the more time wasted, the more unsure.
Off red. Let's make sure it doesn't get shot from below.
Just needs to stick it here.
Plant's going. And Kuro
Bomb diffuser
says,
has
hey,
been
what's up?
That's a crazy
Attackers
kill
recovered the
there.
diffuser.
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty
Sweet.
risky.
So he did die from the Zombie Slayer. And it's a 2v2 right here.
Attackers
Kuro
are
and
activating the
Rockner.
bomb diffuser.
Kuro playing construction. Can't really get sights on the bomb. Don't know where the last one is. Shoots an alibi. 2v1 for Rockner. 30 seconds.
Defenders have eyes on the diffuser.
Solid dock.
Attackers need to protect it.
And
Let's get him.
he
He falls off.
his zombie was starting to get the plan off. And Rockner, I don't think he's gonna have
He's not
time.
gonna have time.
Might be able to get this nade in. He's gonna stick it.
Disable the bomb diffuser.
Oh
Bomb defusing
my.
attempt failed. Defenders
Don't think
win.
he heard the defuse going out as he was trying to fight the dock off. And they do get the defuse to tie it up. 4-4.
Yeah, just a little bit of uncoordinated attack there. Not sure how Sweaty died on the bomb trying to stick that.
Yeah, he was.
But had a lot of time where we probably could have got it
Defenders,
down.
protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Kind of wasted time and he was alone. As soon as he got those picks on point, honestly, somebody should have rotated to him immediately to help him get that plant down.
He might have got shot from below.
It's possible. I know you said that was something to be worried about. So
Because this floor right here is soft.
right.
Right there. And so is the cache wooden floors as well. Now we're just not to worry about with this as the floors are pretty much wooden for the most part, or solid concrete. And they're gonna go to gym, which
10
is
seconds to
what
insertion.
we wanted to defend a lot, so much so, since we wanted to defend a lot.
5 seconds left
I like to
before
think that
insertion.
we should have a plan of attack for this
Attacker's
site.
objective is to locate a bomb and defuse it.
So we open up, they're going to pick up the Warden and Mute. Sticking with the Tachanka, Echo, and Doc for their defending ops. Sweaty on the jacuzzi. Gonna have to try and get this breach on this wall off. It shouldn't be really that hard. Just gotta try and get the Mute Jammer, which may or may not be there.
Doesn't look like
I think I do hear the
Yeah.
static,
it. Let's see.
but that is a little trick. Can't really get those top corners. Breach will go out, even though there's a Mute Jammer. And Breach is out with 2 minutes, making pretty good time right here.
Yeah, we did that last round too,
Finger
and
tracks released.
it didn't go well, so I want to be pessimistic, but USC Sumter has to put together. Navigators
bomb
are
has been
definitely making some things happen.
Yeah, Miriam saw the dock rotating towards construction, and LVP does see him and finishes him off.
Yeah, with some shots there, but LVP does take him down. I want to see it be more precise next time, but we take those.
Yeah, and
Oof.
oof, Zombie gets the kill on Rockner from. Looks like that was the cache or CCTV window right there. Girl's gonna hot drop and almost takes a shotgun to the head. Feels a little closer.
It's got one behind him too, I believe.
Mirren goes down.
How did he not get that kill? That was crazy. USC Sumter forward disadvantage. Not looking good.
Attackers drop the diffuser.
Doesn't see that. Oh, it's
And there's just some
USC Sumter not looking good on offense.
pretty sloppy, to say the least, right here. As they will go up 5-4. Right here, just 2 away from winning the game, 1 away from match point. Navigators picking up the Oryx and Bandit along with the Cade. So it looks like we're gonna drop either. Oh, they're also picking up Legion as well.
Attackers
Dropping
need to
both the
locate
Cade
and
and
defuse
the
as many
Tachanka.
bombs as they can.
So pretty much a full team composition pivot right here with a Trapper, an extra Denier, and the Roamer, which was a Zombie was doing before. You see the Fire Ant swap off the Ion to a Sledge, and Miriam picking up what's that might be Jackal off of Captain's Head right here. So we want to try and get some pressure in from Dirt, which they're going to start reinforcing now. Also
10
get
seconds to
some of
insertion.
these hatches right here, hopefully without dying, and start to make some
5
pressure from
seconds to go.
Dirt, the hatches, and then either blue or
Attackers objective is to locate a
the
bomb
main
and defuse
staircase,
it.
depending on where we want to get our plant and our push from. Start off the round with Kurobe on the ace. I think that was a swap I missed as well. So we're with 2 hard breachers right here.
Well, I guess if we stall one way, we can possibly get it in another. So
Miriam almost headshot Zombies there. I thought he might have gotten that. They did drone him out who was top floor. Since he is Jackal, he's going to be able to try and force this guy and make his life a little bit more tougher to play as a roamer.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has
And
been dropped.
one of the main breachers goes down from Zombie. Crow
Loading new mag.
gets Legion trade. Don't want to see your Legion go down
Let's see
pretty
what
early.
happens in the
Cover
dive.
the bomb
I want to try and
diffuser.
make him play for his life, since his traps come up throughout the round.
Swapping mags.
So Oryx was pinged. Looks like he's towards site now.
yeah, hopefully USC Sumter's giving out some intel on what's going on.
think they're starting to stall. They don't really know where they want to go.
Yeah.
Don't know where the orcs is. A little worried, but Miriam says, hey, don't worry about it. I'll just get him myself. With a minute left, down to a 3v4.
And Miriam started off strong this game, but he has been struggling as of late. Rockner doing well on USC Sumter with 11 and 4.
Yeah. Miriam's gonna try and get the ping out so they can get this breach off with a minute left. Kuro was gonna try and go dirt, but it is bandited off. So he's gonna have to try and go back to the team right here.
Attackers have located
I
a
wanna
bomb.
pick up the
Deploying Selma.
and wow, a nitro off on Rockner with 40
Very
seconds left,
unfortunate there.
tying it up.
Time is not on USC Sumter's side. And I do like this
Kuros knows someone.
Kuro. If he can just be patient, he knows he's putting down a trap.
He's
He needs to drop.
I thought for sure he had
Unfortunate.
that.
Thought so too, but unfortunately he didn't. I would have been maybe a little more patient on the drop there and held on for a couple more seconds. But at the same time, they are against the clock here,
Attackers
so
dropped the diffuser.
not much they could do. And USC Sumter just not looking good on this map, and especially on attack.
Yeah, I thought for sure that Bandit was dead. He had an interesting play trying to put himself in the corner with the barbed wire in the bandit trap.
Right.
I thought that was interesting, but I mean it worked out for him. He got the kill on Kuro.
Definitely.
So
So match point for Navigators here. USC
Yeah.
Sumter loses this round. We go to map 3.
Defenders,
and we
protect your
haven't
bombs
won a
from
single
being
attack
defused by
round
attackers.
yet.
Nope.
And we're gonna have to try and attack CC. Started off pretty well last time, but just fell apart at the end, which seems to be a theme for our attacks on Clubhouse. We see Rockner go to the Iana. It's gonna be our entry fragger. We're gonna keep the double hard breachers. Miriam on Dokkaebi. And Zombie's gonna be on the alibi. Keeping the same roster as they've
10
been doing.
seconds to insertion.
K, Tachanka, Echo, and Doc.
5 seconds left.
So this is a do or die moment for the
Attackers
fire
must
ants right
locate
here.
and defuse a bomb.
Yep. See what they got in store for us this time.
Got any tricks up their sleeve. And of course it is cated off, so they're gonna have to try find the K-Claw wherever it is and get this breach off. If they can't get it, they're gonna have to try and move towards construction side and get play from over there, which is not very ideal. Floor's going in. Looks like he might have gotten. He
Attackers
did
have
get
located a
the
bomb.
K-Claw.
Sweaty needs to be careful.
Breaches off. 2 minutes. Again, looking pretty good to start out. Another Flores drone coming out. Trying to force someone out. Looks like Sweaty's just gonna try and play from over here with. It's like LBP trying to provide some support, while the 3 other fire ants are pressuring from the construction side. I'd really like to see someone push out Garage and try and clear out Sweaty's left so it doesn't get run out on. That's what I'd like to see one of our 3 players over here. Not gonna try and run it out himself for Sweaty.
Yeah, one thing we can't do is stall heavily here. Kukuro goes down. Not sure how or where.
Yeah, Miriam has one on his basement. Fired it out, and Rockner goes down. And Miriam is 1 HP, it looks like. Has to play carefully right here. And looks like the stall is happening yet again. LBP playing Vert. So he has to be careful where he plants, so... Double Echo, so he can get this plant off right here. They can't deny his plant, but they do have a new Echo drone. 5v2 right here.
Really low on life, basically 1 HP.
Both him and Miriam. Plant is going out. And Sweaty is down from the plant as he plants.
You see Sumter just did not look good on this map. Definitely not on offense, at least. So USC Sumter headed into the decider on Oregon.
So how does decider work? Which side do they get? Is it like off of round wins again?
Um, I believe so.
Okay, well, hopefully Coach Clark knows what the rounds are and who plays on which side. And the navigator's going to ask for 5 minutes before the game deciding map of Oregon right here.
And so we'll kind of recap everybody, and then we'll take a few minutes ourselves. But USC Sumter is locked in 1-1 here in the series with the Navigators, Lake Area Technical College, winning the first map in overtime fashion on border, and then losing or winning that 8-7, and then losing the second map on Clubhouse 7-4. So not winning a single attack round. So we've got to do better there. Oregon, I feel like we're more comfortable with Oregon maybe than Clubhouse. So let's see what we have there. And it looks like we're making a rotate here, possibly subbing a player.
Yeah, looks like Kuro's.
Kuro's out, so maybe that means that Split Milk is coming back in. Not sure, or maybe he just dropped out. Who knows? We'll see what happens after that. But before we go for our break, our other Rainbow Six team did get a win tonight, right?
That is true. We have an intramural team, and we did win both our maps. We won 2-0 on a 7-3 win for both maps for it. So pretty good for that. And
Very
we're
good.
gonna hope to see the main Siege team pick it up and finish off the night 2-0 for both Siege teams.
That's right. That'll be awesome. So while we're waiting for another couple minutes, we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. And USC Sumter is looking to bounce back here.
Mm-hmm. The Navigators did tie it up 1-1 after the last map. It was kind of a tough pill to swallow, tough loss, and a 7-4 win for the Navigators to tie up the series. So now going to Oregon, it is the Navigators' choice of whether they want to start on defense or attack for it. Now, normally teams would start on defense for it. I mean, teams just like to start on defense anyways, just to see how the other team or how they have to respond. But Oregon's also a pretty defensive map along with Clubhouse, so I wouldn't be surprised to see them prefer defense. But I mean, it won't be out of the realm of a possibility to see attack for it. After our struggles on attack last round, maybe that's something that they want to exploit up for this upcoming map.
Yeah, for sure. So, I would expect they're going to take defense, but we'll see. If you want to ask them what side, I think they want
Yeah,
defense.
looks like they asked for their 5 minutes before
Yep.
this is on
Our
cast.
side's right, I guess you can ask.
If I can type right. I'd assume so, since they said they were ready earlier.
Right.
Yeah, the team took some time to, talk among themselves, try and work out the kinks of what went wrong there. So hopefully they've got that all figured out to go. And we're just gonna double check, see if both teams are ready for this before we start.
Believe they are, but good to check. Yep.
And here we go.
All teams are ready.
Map 3, match point for both teams. Winner takes all right here. Starting on the attack for the Fire Ants, and we're going to see some bans coming up as well. Now bans, if I have to guess, we're going to see a Thatcher ban starting out, and then other one usually just fluctuates based off of what teams kind of want to do, but Thatcher's a standard. Are they not defense? They said they were okay with this. What?
It did look like they were defense, wasn't it?
It's gonna a little bit of some confusion going on. I mean, do we have to rehost for this?
Yeah, I mean, if it's wrong, I don't know what happened there.
And we can look to the map and see how it goes, but it looks like they are on an attack for this. So, I don't know, it looked like things were okay. I'm looking back at the stream, it looks like blue team was defense, and they are blue team back on the stream as well. It says it is. So, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it looks like it might have. Did it glitch up?
Looks like it might have, but it looks like they said they're
Yeah, just say it looks like
okay.
it glitched. Do you want to restart? We need to know now.
Attackers
It
need to
was the
locate
other way
and
around,
defuse
but it
bombs.
glitched.
Yeah.
Reloading. Prepping needle. Initiating jump.
Said no, it's fine. Our mistake.
No, it did say blue team defenders.
Yeah. I mean, they're saying they're okay with it, and they haven't caused for a pause. So I guess we just run it as is.
10 seconds
I mean,
left before
they want
insertion.
to call, they probably would have done so by now. So we're just gonna roll
5 seconds
with
to
how
go.
it is. Bans were Thatcher, Cade for the Fire Ants, and Mira
Attackers are
Nomad.
moving out to locate a bomb and
Thatcher,
defuse
or
it.
not Thatcher, but Cade and Mira are typical defense bans, receivers, along with Thatcher, he's almost an always ban, and Nomad just for room clear. We're going to start on the second floor.
And it does look like they're playing, so I guess they're fine with it.
Yep.
I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't come back and they try to call it after the fact, but
We do have proof of them with this, so
yeah, we did ask for a restart, so we'll see.
yep. With 30 seconds to the round, we got Sweaty on the roam towards kitchen. Right here, Rockner sending to armory. And it looks like these are our only quote rumors that we have going on. Miriam's gonna drop hatch towards meeting as they start getting the wall into attic from big tower, which is on his right there. Let's give that up really early. Don't really want to see that.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
And almost gets shot from the window. They know he's there, seems like. And looks like they got like 3 stacked on there.
Yeah, we did forget to change the names too. Can't believe he didn't get any hit marker or anything there. It's crazy.
I mean, Dokubi call is out. Mira might have a player push him. And they do see him, and Miran doesn't know it. Didn't see the drone in front of him and gets wallbanged from behind. Right there. Kuro trying to play attic. Sweaty gets a kill though. Brings it within 1. Tied up LVP on a kill. Zombie Slayer down. Looks like both the top fraggers for Navigators are down. As Sweaty has Diffuser down as well. Picked up his second kill of the game. With a minute left. Both are playing attic towards LVP. Might have to get one, if not both of these kills if they push him. As everyone else is pretty much out of sight. Looks like they dropped towards Sweaty right here. And one might push LVP. Oof. Little late with the shot right there, but Drum did get the kill.
Looking high here, Sweaty.
Betting himself. Walking
Does
in.
get a kill, triple kill for Sweaty.
Nice flick, and still has Diffuser down. With 15 seconds.
15 seconds to go.
Sweaty thinks he
10
might drop
seconds to
hatch
go.
on him. Looks like they might.
Maybe can hear some
5
audio
seconds
views
remaining.
upstairs.
And he does hear him. Here's the drop. Saw them. And
Operators,
it
you
will
have run
take
out of time.
round 1 right here to go up 1-0. And hopefully we want to see 6 more of those games like that. 6 more of those rounds.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, hopefully, they don't want to come back and think that we should have restarted, but we did give them the option and ask them. So
Yeah,
they said they were fine with it, move forward. We even told them it seemed like it must have glitched,
Defenders,
but they
protect
were
your
ready to
bombs
go
from being
forward. So
defused by
here we
attackers.
go. But either way, that's just one round. Winning one round does not mean anything. But
yeah, we're going
Bomb
to.
located by
now
attackers.
that it's starting to play, I think
Yep, there's nothing that they can do unless there's some type of cheating going on that's breaking the rules. That's the only way to get this map to not count anymore. But I don't know what would happen for that to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that
10
that's
seconds
the
left before
case, that
insertion.
it is a match of record now, so just have to see how it plays out.
Seconds remaining.
And the Pirates are going to do a typical hold extension into
Attackers
blue
objective
right
is to
here.
defuse a bomb.
Not going to run the smoke though, as Kuro's just going to hold this angle right here. I'll try and watch to see how he plays this. Or maybe he just swaps out with and never mind, they're not going to do the blue hold for it. So interesting. I want to see how they try and defend it now, because they don't have any denial for that wall. No cave, no bandits. So it's all on Rockner right here to hold this. Mirror needs to make sure it doesn't get run up by his stairs. Starting with 2 minutes left. Kuro might have some early action towards him. Dobie calls going
Attackers
out.
drop the diffuser. Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
And yeah, Wonder Kuro on the outside haven't entered the building yet, it appears.
And for those that don't know that are watching, what does that call do?
The Dokubi call. So it gives a call to everyone, all the defenders right here. Their phones go off at what they can drone like these cams right here.
Mm-hmm.
So it gives off a. It's like someone's calling you. It's like your phone's on vibrate. So it's just an
Right.
audio cue for the attackers to kind of hear where a defender is.
Right.
However, if they're near a mute jammer, which is the operator FA Miriam is running, they can just walk to it and it just jams the phone call.
Right.
So maybe that might be why they're running that.
LPP does go down. Kikuro as well. You see Sumter not doing as hot on this defense as last time.
Plant's going out.
And dies on site too, where the
Attackers are
plant
activating
was.
the bomb diffuser.
Rockner gets
Rockner
one.
does get one. Sweaty and Rockner, it's up to them. Gonna have to make their way down.
Sway sees one. Sees two.
Sees
2v2.
two.
Position
2v2.
compromised.
One's playing.
Rockner was so close to seeing another.
He might be able to get them.
Oh!
And they traded.
They
1v1.
do trade.
20 seconds. Up to Sweaty. Try and pre-fire where there might be. And one area where he didn't think to pre-fire. Just wasn't expecting to be right there. So they will tie up the round 1-1 after almost a clutch by the Fire Ants defense right there. I mean, they pretty much just walked out our players and just not quite one-tapped them, but they were dead pretty quick after the Navigators fired their bullets at
Attackers
them.
need to locate and defuse bombs.
We'll go back to basement again. Don't really know how they broke it. They just got kills and then they just kind of inside the freezer right here. They just walked in through the staircase into side while everyone else is more towards this side of the map right here. So everyone's seeing another
Shield is up.
similar hole to what we saw last round
Deploying my
with Miriam's on the cap can now, not Kuroko. Okay, this is a little change of scenery for me. I don't ever see Miriam playing cap can.
Attackers have
Or I'm not
located a
used to
bomb.
seeing him play that.
5 seconds to go.
Kind of, I want to see where
Attackers
his
are moving
placements
to
go
defuse a bomb.
as opposed to
Attackers drop the
Kuro's.
diffuser.
See if they're very different. He's
Attackers
going
have
double.
recovered
He's
their
not going to
diffuser.
play quite for sound. He's going to try and get a confirmed kill with that one right there.
At this point, we'll take it how we can get it.
He's going to go back to site. Sway back on the room again. LBP going to try and find cams and make sure Sway doesn't get run at from below or flanked or anything like that while he's up here. And also took some damage. Miriam looks like might have been the one to do said damage. And both these players are
Needs to stop peeking that. It looks like he does.
at the OSA cam or the OSA window right there. Pretty dangerous spot to fight in. And completely gave it up going the other way towards the main entrance. Sway might get pushed out. Looks like they know he's here. Drop patch. Just gonna try and play his life. Smart thing to do. And shots went out by Miriam on the Finka, who's 50 HP. Only one more Finka boost left.
Doorway
And Navigators are just taking chip damage from everywhere. Have to use this last boost very carefully. And I thought that was the shots on the OSA, but couldn't quite get her feet.
Rockner does get a kill there. Able to confirm. Calling out what he sees there with the pings.
Yeah, I think Sweaty was the one to get Snumpledorf earlier.
Yeah, you should just not peek this and keep eyes on.
Just in a staring contest with whoever peeks their shield first loses. Gets over aggressive. Try and bait out Rockner. Everyone just pulling angles. did tag the OSA right here, who might just give it up and can't quite get their feet. Mira's going to try and peel back to try and help them out in case they push Rockner. And Kuro hears somebody. He didn't see her head. She was right in front of him.
Bugs does come in and clean that one up, though.
15 seconds
Yeah,
to
And
go.
Rockner's fine. Just let him sit there. No need to peek it.
10 seconds remaining.
There's 9 seconds left. There's not much they're gonna do. Just play your life and
5 seconds to go.
And closing an ego peak right there.
yeah, I figured there'd be a little bit of that from both at the end. USC Sumter, that was their best defensive round possibly of the night.
Really?
Possibly, maybe not, but
I didn't know how their border went, so I'll take your word for it, you know. So that will give us a
but I don't think we died, right? Do we have one go down?
well, Miriam technically died at the end,
Right.
dying to the OSA, but I mean, besides that, he was the only death.
Attackers need to
Right.
locate and defuse bombs.
We're going to see, oops, see them go back to top floor right here. I think we defended this. I think we won off our second floor last time. So we're gonna try and see that happen again. We go up 3-1 Navigators. See, we're back on the Capcan Kuro on Frost. Now we bringing out the Legion traps. I like it. We've seen him play Legion here before, so it looks like this is more
10 seconds left before insertion.
of a better Legion site than Jaeger is.
5 seconds to go.
Wow, no swaps coming in from the Navigator. Running
Attackers
pretty much the
objective is
same
to locate a bomb
operators
and
that they
defuse
ran last attack. It seems that's a theme with them. They pretty much run the same defenders, run the same attackers for almost every single site. So you'd think we'd kind of adjust to it by now. Nice Legion trap right there. The window. So we have some coming through. Big tower on Miriam right here. Top of big tower. Droned. Has 2 on him. He's gonna hop it. Is thrown out as he hops. And the Nook is just right there, ready for him. I mean, even someone was on cams there, they couldn't have known the Nook was there. She has her
Right.
ability turns herself invisible to all cameras, so
Yeah, absolutely. But Miriam just not having a good game so far this map.
yeah, hopefully his Capcans can kind of pick up some of that slack with in the kills department at least.
Attackers drop.
Rocker has some shots coming in from
Attackers
looks like
recovered
the
the diffuser.
bedroom, master bedroom right there from the OSA. And the Navigators are committing to a tower push fully. Looks like they want to try and play for where LBP is. Try and play it in kids' dorms right here. So it's all going to go down to LBP. And Miriam does get the kill on the OSA.
The cap cam there.
Yep, very, very clutch. And one person's down, it looks like. Kuro. LBP with a 2-piece right there.
Kuro does go down. Sweaty gets another kill.
Last
3-1 here. USC Sumter cannot throw this advantage. They need every defensive round they can get. As we've seen, their attack just has not been very good today.
Yeah, last one is towards Sweaty. We're going to be seeing a meeting right here in Meeting Hall.
It's the kill. It seemed maybe we're just on a little bit of a delay, but seems like he saw him, but didn't pull the trigger. A little delay there, but able to get the kill.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I play this game, sometimes I zone out when I'm looking at something. It takes me like half a second to register, like, hey, there's somebody there, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe that was just the case with him. Didn't expect it to just peek out and just kind of walk
Walk
out of
out,
there.
I guess.
He's like, yeah, just a little bit of a state of shock right there for Sweaty.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs
Starting off
as
pretty
they
good.
can.
3-1 lead. Gonna go down to kitchen, dining right here. The third best site as opposed to kitchen.
Bomb located
Meeting
by
hall
attackers.
right here. So I want to see somebody kind of play in small tower right here. Make it a little more difficult. I mean, maybe not. I mean, it's gonna be a little tough to hold because you got so many ways you can get pushed at. Both these windows right here where Kuro has his traps at, the doorway down here, and that window.
10
I mean,
seconds
these
to
do
go.
have some traps and some audio cues for anything right there.
5 seconds
Maybe
to go.
someone goes big tower to watch out for
Attacker's
that.
objective is to defuse the bomb.
So he's gonna play into meeting hall.
Yeah, USC Sumter gonna set up here. Just see what they can do. Keep it up. It's a heck of a jump.
Yeah, I feel
Better
like
pull yourself up.
that,
A whole floor.
it's kind of unironically his ability as
Yeah.
works.
No one can jump but a foot in the game, but he can jump a whole story.
He is going 9-1 right now, doing really solid on
He
the Oryx.
is. I was avoiding saying that because.
Oh, I'm out of. Oh, yeah. You should have
Hopefully.
warned me.
You just can't say it. Caster curse.
I didn't say anything. I don't know what you're talking about. And Miriam's gonna have. Well, it's a nice spot right here to watch those stairs. Let's make sure it doesn't get pushed from the top hatch in case they breach that as well.
Looks like they're gonna lead right down to it. Does not get the kill though. Ooh. Gets him down pretty low. Somebody's down.
The fuses. Don't know where that's from. I've been from. Can't quite tell who that is. And Kuro does have. It was from the trap. And there it goes. First kill of the night or the round, and a attacking trap goes off. Rockner has one near him. Him and Sway trying to play.
Did Miriam have to leave his?
It looks like he's still here, but has to
Rotate out a little bit.
Has to get a little bit of
Does get
space.
killed. Miriam kills one, then gets. Oh, they trade each other. 3-3.
Sway's still up holding this top four. This is where you want to hold it at.
Just missed.
Oh man.
The attacker's bomb diffuser
So
has
Niall's
been
gonna
dropped.
hold him, and both the other attacker is going to be beneath.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Kuro.
Just missed the peak.
Plant's going out by Dokubi. Don't know if LP goes down.
Attackers are activating the
3v2.
bomb.
Ooh, nice shot.
Whoa. Ooh, just missed his feet there.
And Sweaty might be able to play from above from the hatch. Right here.
Kukuro doesn't know he's there.
He pre-fires
Attackers need to
and
protect
can't see his feet. Does see the foot.
Does see it.
He might be able to get this.
Defuse.
He might be able to get it without being exposed. He's gonna have to play for this kill right here. Might be able to bait him out. He's just gonna play for the Sun. Kuro has to.
Oh,
He's not gonna have time. It's too late now.
no.
It's too late.
Nope.
Probably should have done a fake defuse right there, trying to bait him out, because Ace is just gonna try and play from far and play for the sound cue off that.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't have to do anything except for watch the bomb. So,
Yeah.
unfortunate there.
I mean, still a decent defense, and now they're gonna have the option to go back to basement. I mean, that side isn't really that great to defend anyways, as opposed to the other available site to them.
Attackers need to locate and
And
defuse
last
as many
round going
bombs as
into
they can.
defense here for USC Sumter. Don't want to go 3-3.
Yeah, want to take the advantage if you can while you're on defense. And
Our
their,
attack has been lacking.
their basement hold last round was pretty flawless. So, want to see how the Navigators adjust their attack off of that last attack round. When they almost didn't
10
kill
seconds to
anybody,
go.
but Miriam sticking with the cap can here.
5
And
seconds
we're gonna see
remaining.
pretty much the same operators rolled out by the fire ants for this defense.
Attackers must locate and
This way,
defuse
giving
the
Miriam
bomb.
the same setup that he had before.
Loading your mag. One more.
We're gonna do this since we're going in the basement
Stay
as
clear
well.
of blast zone.
Want to try and hold these hatches is the goal. Miriam's gonna go back. Oh, he's not back inside. Well, maybe now he is, sort of.
Moving mag. Drone is ready to go.
And first kill goes to the Navigators. Bugs Bunny dies. Then like the first 20 seconds,
Loading new mag.
Yeah, you can't have that.
especially your roamer as well. Now they pretty much have full map control besides basement, so it'll be a little bit tough to defend against this, especially if they can maybe get the hatches, or if they try and get the blue. Stumbledorf goes down, gets finger boosted back up. Come up like 2 minutes left. And Kuro,
Looks like some action's headed
Throwing thermal.
Miriam's way, maybe.
yeah,
Placing cluster charge.
got a kill on
Right on him.
the opposite side.
Gonna get impatient.
Fuse
There.
finishes Rockner right there. And looks like there's not really many cams up.
Miriam looks away. No.
Taking the bad guy.
Now one's coming down.
Has to check 2 angles.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And looking away from the staircase for a long time. I guess he has
The
some sort of
attacker's
cam
bomb diffuser
telling
has
in case
been
someone
dropped.
pushes him.
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Shots from Kuro. Has Lion on him. Does get the kill to even it up.
Activated.
Drones are going out. Looks like they got the electrical hatches the room Miriam is looking into right here. You're a minute left in the game. LVP, Miriam, and Kuro. Last one's alive. And it looks like Navigators are starting to stall out a little bit themselves. At least towards Miriam's side.
Miriam's
Gonna
got
have to
one
swing
coming
him.
down.
Smoke goes out.
I wouldn't look away.
Setting up a sequential breach.
He is checking multiple locations. Got one behind him too.
And Ace starts
He's
going
gonna
out
get
somewhere.
pinched here.
Stalls the back of somebody, and Fuse just face peeks him. Kuro sees the barrel, attacks him. Kuro's the last alive. 2v1. And
5
they do have
seconds remaining.
diffuser, so they can just plant whenever. And they can't actually. The Dokkaebi wasn't in
Operators,
sight.
you are out of time.
Whew.
Very lucky break right there.
That was a lucky break. Gosh, I thought for sure that round was done.
Yeah, the Fire Ants will take the last defense round to go up 4-2, moving on to the attack side. And
Yeah, I didn't even see the clock ticking down or anything. So focused, tunnel vision there. But as I said, USC Sumter has been
Attackers need to locate and
a
defuse
little
as
off
many
on their
bombs as they
offense
can.
tonight. So let's see what we can do here.
yeah, they're going to start on the top floor hold. So we got to try and get this breach right here, in this little closet area beside the master bedroom. Maybe from pinch from the attic push over to here as well. Maybe have someone on this big window right here. It's just some extra sightline pressure.
Right.
Is what I would do. Or do something similar to that.
10 seconds left before insertion.
Gonna roll with an Ash from Rockner.
5 seconds to
Miriam's
go.
gonna pick up the Nook instead with the Jackal.
Device placed. Magnet activated.
And Navigators
Attackers must locate and defuse
are running
the bomb.
Valkyrie, Mayan Bandit as well for this. No Maverick from the Fire Ants. Thought someone might have done that to help with the attic push, if that's what they want to do.
Yeah, let's just hope USC Sumter likes this round or this map better on attack. Though our attacks on border weren't the best either.
Drone up and running.
And looks like they might send Rockner to basement to try and clear this out. And as soon as he gets off cam, somebody's about to run that corner on him.
Reloading.
Trying to get the bandits off the basement. It's cam is shot, so he knows someone's around there. Kuro with a claymore kill on the dock. Rocker might see some action right here. 2 people from Tax Bandit. LVP goes down.
Strumple goes down.
And it looks like they're going to get the breach off. Don't know if Rockner was able to get that or who that was.
Magnet ready.
Yes, we're trying.
Trying to go in. Don't like the play there.
Reloading.
Miriam was ready for the trade though. 2v3 now. Reaches out.
Sequential breach activated.
And Sweaty's kind of all alone there. Yeah, make sure someone's watching over him while he tries to get this plant down. Running outside, and he might get shot from below,
Bomb located by
depending on where he
attackers.
plants at with the Wamae beneath.
Yeah, he didn't check.
Attackers have dropped the bomb to
See, he does get shot from below. It's unfortunate there, not checking all of our angles. But again, everybody playing so far from the
Magnets will protect us.
diffuser
Yeah, Kuro probably should have been the one to go with him.
and not getting
Or
there.
Miriam.
And it looks like he's going to be
Doesn't matter.
possibly a bad spot here. Does turn
Nice
and peek,
shot.
gets the kill. You
Attackers
pick
have
that up.
recovered their
He needs to
diffuser.
go somewhere where he's not going to get shot through the. Well, he can
So wait for
get
Miriam
it down. We got 30 seconds.
He's gonna try and wait for Miriam to pinch with him, but
Miriam
Miriam's
better
taking.
hurry.
Don't know what the call is here. They're taking a while to adjust where they want to push at.
I don't know what he's doing.
We got a big window right here, and it's gonna come down to the wire again.
15 seconds left.
Good. They have 10
10
seconds.
seconds remaining.
So
Can't get the Valkyrie cam.
5
And they're gonna
seconds
push.
left. Attackers bomb
And-
diffuser has been dropped.
Oh my gosh.
Operators, you have run out of
USC
time.
Sumter takes so much time to go in and try to plant, decide what they're going to do, and forces. I mean, if you have so much time on the clock, you got to get in there and get the plant because they know as the clock's ticking, they got to go check bomb site, whereas they might not earlier. So, little frustration coming from the casters right now because we see a lot more than they did, and just did
Yeah,
not go
Miriam-
well. And then Miriam had a chance to kill him right there at the end of the round, and just.
Defenders, protect
Some
your bombs
didn't
from
get him
being
down.
defused by
Victories.
attackers.
So we saw the Navigators kind of mess up around in their last attack, and we just messed up around in our first attack. So
Yeah, I think Miriam took so long to pushing it on. I was trying to get the Valkyrie cam, but he had no watch over on Kuro right there. He was just for free. He couldn't see the cross from the other player. I don't know who it was, but a massive
10 seconds
blunder
remaining.
for the Fire Ants.
5 seconds left before insertion.
As our
Attackers
attack
must
gets
locate and
underway.
defuse a bomb.
3 minutes on the clock. Rockner and Sweaty both running the hard breachers. And Kuro running a hard breacher with Ace, so they want to run 3. That's a lot of operators investment just trying to get some walls open. Maybe the hatches. But
yeah, I mean USC Sumter did a decent job. I felt like in that attack, and just whiffed it in the end.
yeah, for sure. Kuro got like a little head spot right here. Pretty good
Changing
angle.
mag.
Kind of shot some rocks in his way after his first shot.
And they're giving blue for free right here. It is banded off though. I'm probably gonna try and get this wall open. Maybe? Don't really know where he's trying to push at actually. Just wanna get the bandit charge off that electrical wall right there. Sweaty
That's what he's.
Might be alone. He has the bomb. Or looks like someone's near him. Him and Kuro.
And
Don't wanna push
Kuro
alone.
looks like he might be walking out.
Interrogation coming out by the navigators. And now Fire Ants in massive trouble right now. Miriam goes down to Drumset the Caviera. Now a minute left. Kuro might get swung at by the bandit. Gonna have to adjust this attack here. I don't know what they can do. This is really tough for them. With a minute left in the game, LBP trying to look at meeting. He's gonna drop it.
Loading mag.
Bro got drum set and gets another one to even the lives up. And LBP's gonna try and
Attacker
push
bomb
down.
diffuser has been dropped.
One on the flank.
Attackers have located a bomb.
LVP a little mixed up, and Kuro's the last alive. Bomb is down on staircase. And he has to play aggro at some point. He has to kill 3 players or get this diffuser down. But it's looking like that's not going to be
15 seconds
the
left.
case.
And he keeps expecting him to peek, and they're not going to peek.
10 seconds to go.
I think he might be
They're
trying
gonna
to bait them
sit,
out,
so-
but...
No time here.
5 seconds to go.
And just... I feel like it was a waste of 20 seconds right there.
Yeah, you just gotta at least give him the
Operators,
chance.
we're out of time.
Yeah, I think he was trying to bait them out with the shots, so they could try and swing him or free fire, but Navigator just play it smart. Don't peek him, you know? Don't give him the free chance to 1v3. And they will tie it up 4-4. Here, some massive mistakes coming out by the Fire Ants the last couple attacks. As they are going to go
Attackers need to locate
to
and defuse
dining.
bombs.
and kitchen. Hopefully we see a better attack on this site here coming up. We want to see them try and get this back wall breach, which is what the navigators did before. Clear out top this attic, big tower over on the left, and then the kids in bedroom right here. That is the goal if you are the Fire Ants, if you want to try and play for that kitchen breach and plant.
10 seconds remaining.
As they're going to bring out the Caviera again. Gotta be
5
careful
seconds
where
to
you
go.
go around here, especially if you're alone. Remember's going to pick up
Attackers
the
must
Ying
locate and defuse a bomb.
for this, and I think the Jackal is not banned, so they don't have any type of like roam denial or clear like a Dokkaebi or Jackal. And so he's going to go top yet again. Hopefully you don't die with the diffuser out here. Don't know where he's going to try and play at if he's Thermite.
Yeah, we really need to see Miriam and Rockner pick it up here. They both were playing much better in the other maps, other rounds. Not so good here.
Drawing out from Miriam to make sure he can try and push in.
Deploying
Should be given the call that it's all clear. He's pretty much droned out there. Right, you gotta take space with the drones as they go. You might be given old information, but they got 2 people committed to the drones right here. Drone Rockner, LVP
gets
with first
one.
blood.
New camera feed up and running.
And looks like they got the second floor cleared out right now.
Time to make
Drop the bomb.
And traded out almost immediately by the Nitro Cell onto Sweaty.
And drops the bomb.
Having a little more unfortunate timing right there. Shots are going out by somebody. Bandit is tagged. Trying to swing him. Looks like I might have been on white stairs. Trying to get
Is
Vert.
Rockner able to get the bomb? I don't think so.
Attackers
Miriam
recovered the diffuser.
got Titanium. Looks like he was in sight. Shot through one of the holes in the ground. So he was almost getting the breach off. He did get his breaching charge on the hatch, but
Lights on.
couldn't get it. playing his freezer. Good play by Aaron right there. Has Alibi
More
ready
up
for him.
top.
Has his Ying.
Flash set.
And it's just gonna back up. And it looks like I might have blinded his teammate. Crew is trying to play from showers into this side. 30 seconds left. 2v3, gotta try and use this
Bomb
to your
located by
advantage to play for
attackers.
trades, maybe, as it goes down. Starting to stall out yet again. Miriam's the one with the bomb. He's got a
15 seconds to
And
go.
arguably the best 2 players still on the board for
Smoke.
10 seconds remaining.
both
going out.
navigators. And USC Sumter looking much better on that attack round. And gosh, excuse me, we definitely have pressure on us here in the booth. Just feeling the pressure that they're feeling.
yeah. I think I might have jinxed Sweaty earlier. He's not quite doing too hot now. So I apologize for that. I think I might have been the one that has thrown the last couple rounds for
Attackers
us,
need to
so
locate
I'll
and
take the blame
defuse
for
as
that
many
one.
bombs as they
I'll
can.
take one for the team for us. But they're gonna go back to second floor over here. Seems up. I think they're actually picking up Maestro, who this is a new pick that I haven't run yet. So probably gonna toss a Maestro somewhere in games over here where the foosball table is, so they can see where Breach goes down at. And then don't know where the other one could be. Probably place one in the attic or in trophy right here beneath the camera.
10 seconds remaining.
Probably some spots I would have placed it at. But might
5
pose
seconds
a
left before
bit of a
insertion.
challenge for the Fire Ants. Just gotta see how Titanium
Attackers
plays
are
with
moving
it.
out to locate a bomb and
Plays
defuse
the
it.
Maestro. Starting out, we're gonna see Sway probably go back to where he goes every single time on here, to the closet breach. Again, want to have someone with him and make sure that the first floor is clear so we can get this classroom vertical so they can get the bandits off. Checking out, make sure there's no one nearby that might flank Rockner. But I didn't check the garage, which looks like somebody is playing garage. And he is going to get the drone out. Does go down. I wonder if the...
Needs to stay behind the tire just in case.
Yeah, looks like they might have went down to basement right here. I mean, have that information at least. Mira might be expecting something towards him if they do decide to flank back. Rocker, make sure it's all clear.
Bomb located by attackers.
I'm going to try and send some drones out. Double droning right here. Saw one go towards the kid's bedroom. And he's going to be, might be able to get the wall. He's going to go for the Maestro kill. Kuro even went down. He noticed that. As well as Rockner. Breach is gone. Sees the Warden. Can't get the shot off. Miriam and LBP, the last one's alive. 2v5. LBP making sure Bandit is still there. And it's crunch time for these two. LBP the only one with the drone up.
Sending out RCE.
Miriam might be able to get one if he over peaks.
Reloading.
Those are nearby. 20 seconds, just has to go try and go for the rest of the kills up here.
15 seconds left.
another tough attack round for the Fire
No,
Ants.
swallow.
I think it was. I don't
The
think they dropped
defenders.
any.
I don't think they dropped anybody either.
Now we'll tie it up for it feels like the millionth time tonight. Going to round 11 right here. One away from match point for either team. And the Navigators
Defenders, protect your
are to
bombs
bring
from being
a
defused
Rookout
by attackers.
and a Warden as well. Gonna play basement. The Fire Ants didn't select any operators, so they had the game ended up picking the operators for them. So might be trying to get some, might have some talking going on in the room with it. You see the Flores, Sledge, and Thermite picked up. Kuromir going to stick with their Gridlock and Habana operators.
Time for a diversion.
Girls
10
gonna
seconds
swap
left.
to the Ace, and Mir's gonna
5
pick up
seconds
the
left before
Doki.
insertion. Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse
Starting
it.
out round 11. Probably going to see them go down to the blue breach, try and get that off. Well, make sure you don't have any die while trying to get these hatches or trying to clear out the staircases, which was what happened the last time we tried to attack the basement. Crew going back to his spot. Up here, is anybody with him? Looks like he's going this alone. Over here. Maybe just like to give some bad information. Actually, Sweaty's going to be here. And there's at least 2 looking their way. I'm playing from electrical.
And USC just has to dig in here. Again, their attack's not
Yeah,
being very good at the moment.
Kuro's also gonna peel back to the construction side towards blue. And there are so many players here. I want to see someone go through the big tower, try and push down the stairs, or from freezer, try and get something going.
Activating Selma.
Not just funneling here.
Yeah, looks like
Definitely stalling.
yeah, 3 over here. It's like Rockner. And everyone besides Miriam who's going to try and play from
Cut one.
Zombie barely escapes with about 20-25 HP.
Reloading.
Miriam couldn't finish him with the DMR.
Loading new mag.
Titanium goes down to LBP. Rockner over peaks.
Gotta check your sides before you step out.
I don't know if someone was watching that or they looked away while he pushed in. It's like LBP might have been reloading after shooting or something. Has to expect somebody hard right here. Does get the kill.
MVP having a good round here. Triple kill.
30 seconds left. 2v3. We have the advantage. Kuro coming down from freezer. And we gotta play a little bit faster. Time's starting to go.
Bomb located by attackers. 15
know they're probably gonna be in sight.
seconds to go.
Kuro needs to push up a little bit.
10 seconds
LBP
remaining.
goes down. Sweaty gonna get the smokes off. Plant. Has to rely on
5
Kuro.
seconds remaining.
And it's just up to Sweaty to get the kills. And just crouch in front of him. Aimed a little too high during the smokes.
Yep. USC Sumter just having a tough time right now. Tonight just isn't their night. Not playing well at all. Definitely better playing than this, but it's just not quite going down. It is 11 o'clock, but
It's
still
getting
you
a
should be
little
locked
late.
in, ready to go. Could have ended this game a map ago, but unfortunately just not playing to our best tonight. So they do get their timeout now, which is good because the last 2 rounds were sloppy. So hopefully they can figure out what they need to do to make a change, get one round back here, and take it into overtime.
Yeah, hopefully Coach Clark has some words of wisdom for the team, you know, some advice that he could give them to kind of help them. I don't know if they're in their heads or honestly, I have no idea what is going on in the room with in their minds or their mindset right now, but they need a little bit of a mental reset right here. So it is match point, so this is the time to get that done. This is the final attack round for the Fire Ants, unless they do get this round win, but final there are 7 attack rounds. And I didn't see
Attackers
where they're
need
going
to
to be.
locate and defuse bombs.
Gonna have to be attacking dining and kitchen again. This is an ideal spot you want to attack out of the 3 possible sites you can attack on this map. So
Yeah, and I mean, it's like they get these opportunities and they have the advantage, and then they just stall out and allow the other team to get a better setup, or they make it to where
Attackers have located a bomb.
the time on the clock dictates what they have to do, and it's just predictable after that, and the other team can just react to it.
10 seconds left.
yeah. And backs against the wall
5 seconds remaining.
right here. LBP should be seeing the Valkyrie. Knows there's a camera somewhere around
Attackers are
there.
heading out to
Don't know if
defuse
he
a
quite
bomb.
saw it or where it was, but should expect some sort of nitro cell as they have 2 operators running it with their Warden and Valkyrie running nitro cells. So we want to try and get that out ASAP. We're gonna bring out the Glaz with Miriam. So they have some sort of attack they want to do. Looks like it's going to be a small tower attack, which is better for Glaz than doing it from meeting. If you can get that breach going off on the left right here, Glaz has some sightlines. They can look into kitchen, deny that hallway. If someone just watches his right, where that hallway where we kind of saw Miriam look at for a split second, then they should be set up pretty well, ideally. So I'm gonna come down to getting this breach off and making sure it's all good for Sway to go in there. Nothing on it. Gonna get the breach going. And should be somebody else besides Miriam and Sweaty looking at that side hallway. Miriam or Sway did tag somebody. That was the Warden. Miriam taking some damage. Rockner gets a kill though.
Hopefully Miriam. Hopefully that was a trade out, but hopefully Miriam doesn't over peak such low health and have an advantage.
Miriam goes down. It does have a chance to get revived. Rockner and Sweaty with 2 kills back to back. 2v5.
Somebody needs to get off the
Time
cam
for
and
napping.
pick him
Get
up.
up.
I think it was OVP with his drone, it looks like. And this is still looking good. They gotta smoke out. Has someone watch the right side for Miriam so he can watch down in front of him? And plants going out.
Don't want to line up here.
Rockner probably should take
Somebody should take
Attackers
the
are
somewhere
right
activating
side.
the bomb
else.
diffuser.
Looks like it's gonna be on Sweaty to pick that up. 40 seconds left.
We don't have to, well, get the overhead. See what he was trying to do there.
Rocker sent a drone spot for Kuro to look at. And looks like he might have, he does have silence on the bomb. Probably could choose a little bit of a better spot to look
Yeah,
at.
definitely wants to sit at a different angle.
If he can to the right or behind
Defenders have
him.
eyes on the
There, that's
diffuser.
better.
Attackers need to protect it.
1v4, 10 seconds. Zombie gets 2, but he's not going to have time to get this. Miriam has sights on it, and Rockner finishes it to take it to overtime. Oh, man.
USC Sumter doing what they needed to do there. Much better attack round. Let's see what we can do here. Sides are going to swap. USC Sumter played better on defense, so maybe we can get around here.
Yeah, it looks like
Take it in overtime.
So that timeout was very valuable for them to get out of their heads, clear out whatever needs to be cleared up. And if they can win this defense, they should be able to win their next attack. And then I think the next round will be is it first 7 or 8 wins in this? First to 8? What you were saying earlier, since the rules changed.
It's still win by 2 until they get to the head-to-head on. If they both get to 7, then it's first to 8.
Oh,
But if
okay.
they get to 7 here, it's win by 2.
Okay.
So first to 8 at this point.
Right. So we want to see them win this one.
10
Hopefully
seconds
win the
remaining.
next one. You know, don't want to see them go to
5
match
seconds to
point
insertion.
with
Again?
it. Yeah.
Do you remember where we
Attackers are moving out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
We did pretty well on basement, and we did really well on basement for a couple times. On 2 rounds, we couldn't finish off the first round, I don't think, or one of them.
The attacker's bomb diffuser has
What do
been
we have
dropped.
here?
Attackers have recovered their diffuser.
Operators, we got
Or no. What do we have? Site here?
we have the basement side.
Okay, it was basement. I thought so.
This
I wasn't
is
sure.
where I would
I
probably.
was just trying to think of where we defended the best.
The top floor has been a little bit.
We did get 4
problematic.
rounds on defense.
42.
So only 2 on attack. Very similar to what happened to us in quarter.
Well, maybe we got some border gameplay left in us to.
That's a
Win
border
this.
magic, huh?
Yeah, border magic. That's a better way to put it.
Border magic coming over to the Oregon magic.
Kuro calls one out on tower stairs. Miriam walking pretty far away. Sway gets droned out. Zombie down takes 50 HP.
So he just definitely has to move his.
Ooh.
He's pinched here.
Might need to use his Orc's ability to kind of lunge to that wall to his left to get out. He's behind, in front of him, getting thrown out, and he does move. And probably should have checked his right side, just in case. With the drone coming from there anyways. With a minute left in the round, Rockner expects something from the stairwell. Kuro's right there, goes down, but might be able to get picked up if he doesn't get naded. Miriam with a kill, effectively a 3v4 right here.
Yeah, we can actually.
Fuses.
Need to play a little tighter. Miriam maybe could go for that revive.
You gotta be careful about the fuse above him.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think they got the hatch in front of Rockner right here.
Did get the revive as well.
Very close revive. Smoke's going out. Rockner probably sees that in his peripheral. We can't quite see it with the names covering it. But I was just gonna listen for the sound cue of them dropping.
Somebody takes damage.
Rockner gets one. 3v4 for the Fire Ants. At 30 seconds.
diffuser.
Kuro with
Here's
one. Diffuser's down. One in freezer. Miriam's gonna try and
Attackers
wait for him out.
Attackers
They
have dropped the bomb
trade.
diffuser.
Goes down and got the headshot
15
though.
seconds to go.
And
Technically
LVP.
a 2v1 here.
A bomb has
They
been
don't got
located.
diffuser.
10 seconds
Heart's
remaining.
racing.
Just
Not
gonna
enough,
play for sound.
not enough
5
time.
seconds remaining.
Just run away.
And they do take the
Operators,
defense
you have
after
run out
a
of time.
after a little bit of a worrisome start with Sweaty going down really early. We're going to go up 7-6, and hopefully we take this next one. Overtime match point
Overtime match point.
for us.
Let's not go to double match point at 7-7. Let's just end it here. USC Sumter can get an attack and do well again. And maybe they get the same kind of attack option that they got last time.
Attackers need to
See if you
locate
can make
and
it
defuse
work.
bombs.
Yeah. Our attacks have been a struggle for us tonight. And we're going to have to try an attack on second floor right here.
And yes, Big Ball Energy, we still are playing.
Final map.
Although USC Sumter is going to win this round and take the map. That is
knock
what
on the
I'm
wood.
hoping.
Knock on the wood. Knock on
Knocking
all the wood.
I'm just going to call it. We're going to
Call
win.
your shot. All right.
Gonna give it our best chance here at least.
Let's see it. Rockner's gonna pick up the buck. I think this is his
5
first
seconds
time
left.
picking up buck, from what I have seen tonight. We're gonna bring the
Attackers
Maestro
must
out,
locate and
which is
defuse
what
the
they had
bomb.
on their last second floor hold. And here we go. 3 minutes for glory right here. Kuro looks like he's gonna go. Truth might be trying to play from big window. Looks like it's the idea for him. Maybe he wants to. Oh yeah, want to check your flank. You know, don't want to get run out from behind on the windows. Do claymores to cover that. Luckily, we'll check out what's going on with everybody else. Rocker trying to see if anyone is playing in the armory above him, which is where he likes to play at when he's running alibi on this map
Stinger tracks released.
on defense.
Tracks deployed.
2 minutes coming in. Sweaty with the first kill on Titanium. That's their Maestro. And his C4 went out, so that is the only C4 that they have. So you don't have to worry too much about the bottom hold. Going up armory stairs. Rocker droning him out. Season backs up to Trophy towards Sweaty, who wasn't quite looking. Gonna go for the breach. And two are in front of him in a really tough spot. Miriam with another kill. And another kill!
Wait, Miriam does go down. They traded out USC Sumter.
And LVP
Swapping mag.
1v4
Big kill, 1v4.
to finish it off.
A bomb has
USC
been
Sumter
located.
could end this right here. Zombie, possibly their best player on the team, still up. Has a little bit of health
18
down.
and 8. If anyone can do it, it looks like he might be the one to call upon. Stalling out with a minute left. It's a 1v3.
If we have some intel or drones, we need to get them out.
Looks like we're gonna try and play towards big window, maybe. Kuro and Attic.
Look like they're unsure what to do.
Looks like they're gonna adjust. Plant is going. Rocker watching the crosses. Him and Kuro covering for Sweaty.
Attackers are activating the bomb.
40
diffuser.
seconds.
40 seconds, one way or another. This round will end. Either USC is victors or going into match point. Oh my
Kuro
gosh, so close there
Defenders
to
have
the
located
cut.
the diffuser.
has to hear him. 25 left onto the fuse. Takes about 6 seconds to get the defuse off. Kuro gets one 1v2. Try and bait them out. Faking the defuse. Rocker taking space. Sweaty finishes it off to get the fire ants to win for the
USC
night.
Sumter gets the win.
2-1.
Wow,
Hard fought.
very hard fought victory. Holy, that was intense. That was very intense.
Very late night. The
Late night.
game started off quite no end. I think it was somewhere around 7.
I gotta be up at
7.
6:30 in the morning.
Same
Not
here,
looking
yeah.
Forward to it. Oh,
Yeah, I might
Whew.
sleep in like an extra 15-30 minutes, you know. Get some beauty sleep.
What a heck of a match, and honestly, for timing and just because it was so tense, I don't know if we're gonna do an interview.
Yeah, I
Um,
think it's in everyone's best interest.
So yeah, and
especially
even
the
Coach
players.
Clark sent me a message, said no interviews.
That's
so
okay with us.
I'm all right with that. I think it makes the most sense. But USC Sumter gets the narrow victory, 2-1 in the decider map, winning 8-6
Just
in
like their
overtime.
border game. Coach Chris called his shot, and the fire ants fall through. They must have heard him.
Yeah, so we're gonna win on this map right here. Let's just call it
They-
done.
Their attack finally pulled through, which is what we like to see.
Whew.
Took a while.
Definitely, it was pretty intense in here. I know Dylan and I had some head-scratching moments. hands in our palm or face in our palms, all that stuff. It is
Yeah.
crazy. Yes, we were supposed to start at 7, but started about 40 minutes late due to technical difficulties on both sides. With lobby for us, and then they had some delay, and then we started and ran from there, and it's been going since. So USC Sumter gets the win, 2-1. Very good game to Navigators. I still say we weren't playing well either, but Navigators were playing pretty good as far as I could tell. Shout out to Zombie and Stumpeldorf. They were playing very well. And our players, up and down in a little bit, but still able to pull it out. So we take ugly wins too, because wins are wins, right?
Exactly right.
So that's what we get from there. But I think we're done here at the Anthill, right?
Yep, I got nothing to add. I'm good.
All right, so our siege teams go 2-0 tonight.
Yep.
Both getting wins. USC Sumter, we're signing out from the Anthill. This is Coach Chris.
This is Dylan.
Have a good night.